Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope you're having a nice, whatever it is, wherever you are. Sorry, I think my mic's a little far from my face. Just that a tad. Let me sleep. You know, Salios, no one's making you stay here. I'm just saying. Good morning, everyone. It's 7 in the morning in Europe. You know, it'd be like that. I think I've picked what is statistically the worst time to start streaming for literally everyone. I think that I've just picked the worst possible time. So that's cool. You see, so, wanted to say hi. Thank you for stopping by, Sci-Fi. I have a bit of a conundrum that I need everyone's help with, today. So all of you who are here early get to help me solve a bit of a conundrum. Let me go ahead and get my, in-game audio pass-through thing here. Do you not post them? They're in a playlist. So I only keep the most recent stream public, or else they flood people's recommendations, like after they watch a video. So you can find them in a playlist. The playlist should be public. It's also in the description of all of my streams. So if you want to watch any of the old ones, they should all be down there. Okay. Oh shit, who made today's live reaction? I forgot to look again. Hold up. Okay, their name is truncated because of streamer mode. Fuck. Their name in the Discord is Singularity Strongest Soldier, but I'm pretty sure that's not their actual user. Okay. So, I have a bit of a conundrum. Dude, this Spratling is being loud as fuck. Can I help you? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought, dickhead. Okay. Anyways. So, did you hear the D2 news? As in the update came out? I'm aware of that much. Okay, so here's my conundrum. So, I've mentioned on stream a few times lately that I'm working on a game mode tier list as like another sort of like fun project. It's just kind of like a whatever thing. But I've come up with a really weird problem. What actually counts as a game mode? And I know that might sound weird, but when you start to, like, look at it, it becomes way more unclear the more that you, like, dig into it. Like, so for example, are bounties a game mode? Or are they, like, would you consider the individual objectives within the bounty to be their own separate game mode? If we count bounties as a game mode, what about the circuit? The circuit is a series of individual game modes taken from other places in the game. Is it its own game mode? What about Archimedia? Archimedia is a series of 3 missions, but they're modified pretty heavily. Do those count as a game mode? Because I think that there's a lot of genuine discussion there. In terms of like, okay, what actually counts as a game mode? Because sure, there are plenty of things that just exist in the regular star chart that you can count, and I think that's fine. But there's this weird, like, fringe section where it's like, okay, what about fucking Caliber Chicks 2? Do we want to count that as a game mode? What about any other thing in the Ludoplex? Does that count as a game mode? What about Skirmish in Railjack? Technically it's a game mode, but are we critiquing Skirmish as a quote-unquote game mode? Or as, like, Railjack as an experience? What about the other Railjack versions of missions, like the Exterminate variant for Railjack? Do those count? If they don't, what about Volatile? That's its own distinct game mode. It's weirdly complicated, let me put it that way. There's a lot more to it than I had first realized when I decided that I was going to look into it. Because my current thought process is, what if I just count everything, right? Like, anything that could qualify as a game mode is a game mode, for the purposes of this video, so I just don't have to think about it. But contains game modes. Well, that's the thing though. Bounties don't contain game modes necessarily. Because, okay, so think about it like this. If bounties don't count, neither does Face Off. Because Face Off is functionally very similar to bounties. And I feel like it would be weird to not call Face Off a game mode, because it's in the star chart as a game mode. Also, what about free roam and open worlds? Do we just exclude open worlds entirely from the tier list at that point if we don't count bounties? Like, and it's the same with, like, the circuit and Archimedia, right? Is that I feel like, do they modify the experience enough that they should be considered their own distinct thing? Like the circuit, with the inclusion of decrees, with all of its unique tiles, and with changes to the game modes that it contains, like not having to fight the Thrax and Void Flood, or Alchemy not having the pipe phases and stuff. Like, is it different enough that it counts? And then, by extension, does Archimedia modify the missions contained within it enough that it counts? And like I said, same with, like, the, do I count, like, Corpus Railjack missions? Because the intro is Railjack, and then the remainder is just a normal mission. So, how do we quantify that? Because I also feel like then there's the issue of, like, a bunch of redundancy. If it's like, okay, Railjack Exterminate or Railjack Defense, like, it's just the normal fucking mission with a Railjack intro segment. I could frankly do all of those as one thing if I really wanted to. What about Flappy Zephyr? Flappy Zephyr, if counted, is going in F tier. Just full stop. I fucking hate Flappy Zephyr. That shit sucks. Also, I will say, if we're going with the argument that individual bounty objectives are their own game modes, then all of them would have to be counted, which I think is just ridiculous. Like, to be perfectly honest with you, I think that's just way too much. Especially because, like, there are game modes with variation in them sort of removed from that, right? It's how much recursion are we working with? Frame Fighter? I hate to say that I'd have to put Frame Fighter in F because I'm pretty sure it still doesn't work. Well, first of all, I feel like it's... How do I put this without sounding like I'm being rude when I say this? Ultimately, it's my tier list, and I think that if it was only things that showed up on the star chart as a mission, then you're kind of missing a lot in terms of, like, things contained within open worlds and stuff like that. As well as, like, Netra cells aren't listed on the star chart, but they're still a game mode, right? They're still a thing that you find, still a thing that, like, you can do there just distinct from other mission types. If I only count things on the star chart, then one, that still means we count the circuit, but not things like bounties or Archimedia, which I think is a super arbitrary. But also, then things like Netra cells that aren't accessible through the star chart don't get counted. I think my best option, honestly, is probably to just take as broad of an approach as possible, and then selectively eliminate things that aren't workable. Like, I can tell you right now, Assassination will not be in the video. The individual quality between bosses varies way too much. So I feel like at that point it would be like, okay, Assassinate can't go in the tier list, because there's way too much individual variation for that to work. So I would probably make, like, a separate boss tier list that nobody would care about or want to watch, to explain my opinions on that. Then, though, we come to the problem of, okay, what counts as a boss? I think you can make an argument there, too. Is it anything with a boss health bar? Well, that doesn't work, because then Eidolons aren't bosses. Is it anything with an assassination mission tied to it? Well, again, then Eidolons aren't bosses. If it's anything with a boss health bar, then Acolytes are bosses. Do we count Acolytes as bosses? Like, there's a lot, like I said with the game modes. I feel like when you start to dig into the question of, like, what do you want to count as a game mode, then it starts to become rapidly more confusing. But I feel like the best way to do it is probably just to start as broad as possible, and then if I think that I can find, like, a genuine reason to eliminate something because it cannot work, then I think it's probably best to just selectively eliminate things. Is, like, another thing that I think would be good to talk about are the individual sabotages, right? So reactor sabotage, earth sabotage, Orokin sabotage, like all of the different sabotage. Holy shit, did you guys fucking see that? Oh my god. Oh! Sorry, I got distracted. Anyways, I feel like the different sabotages are different enough that they deserve to be talked about separately. I think that those deserve to be talked about separately. But they're not distinct game modes on the map. But, like, if you compared Earth sabotage to reactor sabotage in, like, a Grineer ship to an Orokin sabotage, they're all very different, even though they're all still technically sabotage. So I think it's completely fair to talk about them as distinct game modes. That's just me, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about there. Cool Kid's going insane. I'm gonna be honest with you all, because I was sick for like 2 weeks, I completely forgot what the chuddling button is. I don't even know what summons it. I might need more. Okay, look, it's been 4 months. I gave you all your weird and obscure slop. Dude, there's so much. You know, I was actually talking about this with Sab earlier. Because Sab DM'd me, he was like, how the fuck have you made 21 of these? And we were going back and forth about it a little bit. And, the chuddling button? Yeah, I have a button. So it used to be C. Yes, I changed it. CD's nuts, I got him. I have a button that causes the chuddling to just appear. But I don't remember what it is. It's something on my number pad, I think, but I don't know which key it is. So he's just purely random for the time being. Thank you for the $2. Can you change your name to Cool Kid 67? No, but I appreciate the attempt. Anyways, so when I was talking with Sab about this, I had mentioned something that was, because he said, like, whenever you make, like, Season 3, you should do such and such. And I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to make a 3rd season compilation, because when I made Season 1, there was a surprising amount of, I don't want to say pushback, necessarily, but criticism that I was just recycling my existing content, and I try to put more work into it than that, right? Like, going through all the old episodes and relitigating entries that I don't think would be accurate anymore and stuff like that. But Season 2 received that a lot more, because not nearly as much stuff was removed. And I'll admit that I think I didn't vet that video as well as I should have. There are some things in there that they're not technically wrong, but still should have been redone, because they're just not worded well. But I received a decent amount of people's opinions that saw it as recycling, you know, my existing content. And Sab's stance was, if you put enough work into something like that, you deserve to recycle it. But I don't really know. I've always had a very weird relationship with, like, how much effort is enough effort for me to post something. I've talked about this in the hot take videos too, where it's like, are these high effort enough? Like, from Hot Takes 3 onward, I started varying the gameplay for each take, purely because I felt like I wasn't putting in enough effort for it to count as, like, a real video. And I still wonder if I am, to be honest. But that was one of those things where it was that little extra amount I wanted to put in. Like, I wanted to just go a little bit farther, because I felt like I wasn't doing enough of obvious and mundane. Probably not a full series. The original performed really bad. You have some whiny fans. Well, I mean, it's a minority of people, generally speaking, but I still think that their critique is worth considering, even if it's not, like, a common one. I have thought about, like, should I attempt to re-release the Accolade Acquisitions videos and do some tweaks to that system in terms of how they get rolled out, but I really don't know if it's worth attempting again. Thank you for the membership for 8 months. 1 month and I can spawn my own shuttling. You are getting there. But Ome's augment seems interesting. Yeah, I saw that it was shown off. Honestly, of the new augments, the one I'm the most excited for, by far, is Noko's augment. Getting an augment for chuddling mode, where it spawns more chuddlings, is just fucking peak. For those who don't know, Pablo posted... Let me go ahead and just... Oh, this might crash my Firefox. If things fall apart, just know I tried. Sometimes opening Twitter crashes my Firefox. So Pablo posted some footage of the new augments. Let me go ahead and read this. The one for Noko is called Reroute Rampage. Reroute augment. Collecting orbs summons additional Spraudlings, inflicting 250 toxin damage with increased critical chance on each hit. So, as you collect the little orbs, you spawn new chuddlings that will seek out enemies and start, like, body slamming them. And I am very excited for that. That shit looks funny as hell. We also saw gameplay of the augment for Dante, and we've seen the description. So how Kome's works, as I can understand at least from reading the mod card, is getting kills with the weapon that matches your passive builds up a charge, and then when that charge is full, you can hold your 1 to guarantee that it will be triple sixed, which I think is really interesting. As far as I can tell, considering it's an augment for Kumihimo, it seems to only affect Kumihimo. You can't build up a 666 charge, as far as I can tell from the description, for your other abilities, which I think is a good thing, to be clear. Being able to guarantee a 666 on Omamori would be pretty fucking overpowered. But I feel like 666ing Kumihimo is really impactful, more so than Bunraku and even Omamori, to be honest. Omakuji. So having the ability to force a 666 when you need it, I think is really valuable. Would it be more like ass slamming? I mean, you know, Gooner debate in the morning. I'm sorry, Salios. Uninteresting. I will say I kind of disagree about that specifically with temples. I think temples augment sounds kind of boring. In terms of just like, oh, you know, landing your passive gives you overguard. But maybe that's just a me thing, honestly. It's weird, though, because I saw a lot of people like, you know, I'm so tired of them just giving overguard to frames that don't have it. But, like, this hasn't happened that many times, has it? Isn't it literally just Intrepid Stand, Icy Avalanche, and Healing Flame? Like, am I missing something? I don't feel like this happens super often. I don't know. Maybe I'm forgetting one. But Pistol Arcane? Well, the Pistol Arcane isn't an augment, like, an augment to, like, overguard, you know, pipeline, necessarily, right? Like, the Pistol Arcane is usable on anyone. That's not like a let's fix a Warframe with an augment type of thing. Without it. I mean, I see what you mean there, but my issue with Temple's augment, personally, is that I feel like I've explained this before, but I think augments should be buffs, but they should also open up a new playstyle for the Warframe. Noko's augment seems to do that. I would argue Komei's augment does that. And it seems like the augment for Dante does that as well. It gives him the ability to restore energy for his allies, which, to be clear, he doesn't need, but that's fine. The Temples, I feel like, is just kind of a straight upgrade. And I don't know if it'll cross into mandatory augment tier. I feel like because of Temple's invincibility, it probably won't. But it's undeniably really, really strong. So, I don't know. We'll kind of have to see with that one. But my initial concern is that it might end up feeling like you kind of have to take it. Which, I mean, if that's the case, then, you know, it kind of is what it is. Temple's worked fine without it for the longest time, but it's kind of like, Colorvo, right? Colorvo's augment didn't feel mandatory before it came out, like his 2 augment, but after it came out, it really did feel mandatory for a lot of people, even though he functioned well without it. 4 days remain. Thank you, AK Dreamer. I am currently shitting my britches. Message at your earliest convenience. Oh, what bullshit did you send me? Oh, it's just not letting you donate? Lamau. You see, I have an advanced system set up to block you specifically. Do them anyways. Yeah, the thing with Dante that shocks me too is like, so the energy generation works on allies, which I think is good. It really helps to dial up his more support role, but Dante already had high energy regen from his alt fire. So he didn't need more energy regen, but like, dude, whatever, he's fucking Dante. There is literally no augment they could give him that he would need, right? Genuinely. The cowards couldn't handle it. The shield gating situation, mainly Twitter? I'm not sure what you're talking about, actually. I'm not on Twitter pretty much at all. Gone sexual? You'll have to explain that to me, to be honest. Is really sad. Well, you see... That's what this is for, baby. Break open the wallet right now. He doesn't really need anything. Yeah, like I said, there's no augment they could give to Dante that he would feel like he needs, genuinely. He's just that good. I genuinely think Dante makes an argument for best, like, general frame in the entire game. You... very much could make an argument that, like, other frames are better for specific activities, but I feel like when it comes to just, like, doing whatever, it's really hard to beat Dante. Rescue Radiation Hazard? Oh, we have a golden opportunity here. We have a golden opportunity here. Finally feel something. Makes him throw the whole book. I see the vision. I see the vision. What skybox was that? We didn't see a celestial object. I'm kind of weirded out. What mission? What planet was this mission on, dude? I didn't look. Ooh, I'm rad procced. I'm rad procced. Okay, okay, we gotta lock in. We gotta be careful. I'm gonna nuke this motherfucker off the face of the planet, and he's not even gonna see it coming. Sick Lander skin. It is from the Zephyr Deluxe bundle, I believe. It's called Arclight, I want to say. Where the fuck to put it on Noctua? I don't believe it's not on Noctua itself, considering that it's a Warframe augment. I guess we'll have to see, but Saturn? Huh. I guess that would make sense with how Reddit is. What's the name of your Discord channel? I don't... Thank you for the 5. I don't know if I understand the question. If you want to join my Discord, it's called Grattler Gang. It should be in the description of this stream and all of my videos. E-tier primary. Honestly, I don't think Daikyu needs an Incarnon. I actually really like Daikyu. I think it's a pretty strong weapon as far as bows are concerned. Like, don't get me wrong, in the grand scheme of things, it's no Acarius or Torrid or something, but I don't really think it needs to be necessarily. Do you guys think I can kill this guy and then extract from the mission before I lose? 400 meters. Okay, my dog killed them. Go, go, go! Oh, dude, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Quit bitching! Quit your bitching! Hold on. I'm sorry, chat. I'm locking the fuck in. No! I was right there! I was right there! Fuck, dude. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We're going back in and we're doing it again. We're doing it again. I gotta optimize. I gotta optimize. I should have thought this through. We're taking Volt. We gotta optimize.
I can tell you understand what an honor this
Begin again. Shield gating? Oh, wait, is shield gating like the name of a user? Hosted Warframe assets and models got banned from the game. Objected and mods refused to ban. Huh. I didn't think that, like, ripping models would be a bannable offense, considering people have been doing it for fan animations for a really long time. I guess it depends on the nature of what was extracted. Because I know that their rules about that changed a lot after the sacrifice got leaked. So... Oh, dude, my fucking hound is geeking. Holy shit. And you could use Gust Prim. You see, the problem is that I need the ability to move vertically more freely than Gauss, compared to Gauss's one. I'll be honest, I kind of got fucked over there by my dog immediately just fucking gunning the hostage down in cold blood. I didn't expect them to die that quickly, because I was trying to gauge, like, okay, can I do it with the distance? If we get, like, 400 meters or less, I think it's definitely doable based on that time, right? Okay, hold up. I gotta focus up again. I'm sorry. If you post a chat message, I probably won't see it for a minute. Can I fucking help you? I'm glad that they keep spawning a radiation cloud right next to the chamber so I can immediately kill this motherfucker. That is really valuable. Yeah, look, there's even one here. That's epic. God bless. God bless. 400 meters. Oh, wait, shit, hold on. The rad proc hadn't kicked in. Where did the cloud go? What the fuck? Hold up, hold up. Come here, come here, come here. Go, go, go! I'm speed running, I'm speed running! Yeah! Get fucked! Get fucked, hostage target! The hostage is safe. I'm gonna be honest, Lotus. I don't think she is. I don't think she is. I don't think she made it. I don't think she made it. I don't think she made it. It's over. It's fucking over. Anyway, sorry for anyone who posted things in chat that I missed. I locked in a little bit there. I had to make sure I pulled it off, right? I had to make sure I pulled it off. On the map? I mean, I could, but then I can't hack in that form. Which is unfortunate. Viewing the most surveillance formation? Depends on the faction. Against the Grenier, corrosive. Against the Corpus, magnetic or toxin. But that's just kind of like a general thing. I won't forget this, Teto. The operator was clearly reaching. Yeah, I feared for my life. She was coming right for me. I had no choice. Kayla, get the fuck off my screen! Why are you still here? Can you go away, please? We'll get stream. Thank you, non-binary Dara. There's no ridges. I will say, because Valence Formation is a like an elemental mod bonus, it's really useful for DOTs. For like gas, if you're using like heavy attack-oriented melees, especially like Tenokai, is really good with gas. So there's that. Heat damage, electric damage, you know, toxin, all that kind of thing. BF is great for blast too. You just have to keep in mind that the elemental mod part of that isn't considered in the calculation. So if you're like playing around that, you might want to mod your weapon for other things, right? Because it's just the modded base damage, and then the additional modifiers after that.
Stay focused.
But you used to survive on Lavos? Personally, I think I just have on Mecha Pulse and Archon Vitality. Mecha Pulse is mostly because I play him with the Mecha set, but Lavos has plenty of things that work quite well. Like, obviously, he's a pretty solid persistence Warframe with his huge health pool and his high armor amount. But generally speaking, I use that. And then I like having Vazarin as like a fallback option, like just in case I take enough damage that like, or I'm taking enough damage I should be worried. He's pooping the good push through. On how the mecha set works. Actually, there is a video by Rowan is a Magmate about that. As far as I'm aware, the video has like a few minor things that are incorrect. From what I remember, in terms of like, I think Rowan says that the Mecha Pulse has a cap of 20 enemies, when I can assure you it doesn't. But that video, for the most part, is very good. I really do recommend it. Because I thought about making a video about the mecha set, because I thought that it would be an interesting topic. But it's like, Rowan's video is good enough. I really don't feel like I need to talk about this, honestly. Hold on, I have to navigate this fuck-ass piece of shit awful tile set. The Kuba Fortress is cool from a lore and aesthetic standpoint, but man, sometimes this place makes me want to just rip my head off and spin it on my finger like a basketball, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's how I be feeling navigating this fucking place. Who invited that motherfucker? Bowling ball head ass? What is going on? Whimsical ass mission right now. Anyway. Mod tier list. Well, Sab already promised that if I ever finish the Exalted Weapons series, which at this point was a pretty safe bet because the rework kind of ruined. We finally have our D&D check, I think. Well, there's a local link here, but I can't look at it right now. We'll have to make sure I don't close that on accident. Because a Lua Spy exists. This is going to be a hot take. I actually fuck with Lua Spy. I think the problem is that it's extremely punishing if you don't know what to do. But I like the puzzles to it. Like, I think that the entire time travel gimmick is actually really fun. It's just that if you fuck it up, it's super hard to recover. I don't really like the gimmicks of Kuva Spy for the most part. Okay, there is one piece of Kuva Spy tech I really like, and that's teleporting through the window in Spy Vault, one of the Spy Vaults. I don't know how many people know that you can do that, but with certain things, you can straight up just teleport to the end of one of the Spy Vaults, and it's so cool. Alright, on to the next terminal.
Move on.
Making a series about next. You see, I have a lot of series I want to make. Currently, I'm honestly at like a very weird like choice paralysis type of situation. So I mentioned this before. I'm moving on Friday. Not across the country again, thank God. I'm just moving to a new apartment, like 10 minutes down the road from here. But I'm probably not going to be doing a ton of hands-on work or like really in-depth work with a lot of my videos for the next few days because I need to get all my stuff packed up. And then obviously when I move in, I'll have to unpack it all and get my new like setup going and everything like that. But I'm in like a sort of a choice paralysis situation with that. Like when it comes to what video I want to make next. Because I have a lot of ideas that I think would be fun to work on. But they're all very high commitment. And so it's like, well, if I choose one, then I necessarily can't work on the others during that time. And I'm just the kind of person who likes to, like, I know when I start a project, I need to commit to it, or it'll just become super disorganized. But at the same time, I like bouncing around between things, and I feel like I get stuck on something. So, analyzing the Anarchs is currently in the works. Its script is recorded. The first, like, 2 minutes of it are done, like the intro segment. And I want to kind of go forward with that. I want it to come out this month. But is there another tile set secrets in the pipeline? So that one I'm not sure about, because I hate to say this, the Jupiter episode didn't do very well. It didn't do terrible, to be clear, but it didn't do super well. But at the same time, I really want to do one about the labs and the Zeramin. I really like both of those tile sets and their secrets, and I want to do videos about both of them. The problem is I learned this from my bank account balance after focusing on the Super Boss videos. Sometimes you can't make what you want to make. Sometimes you might have to pursue something that you think would probably perform better, right?
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it.
About to be cloudy. Well, thank you for giving me the heads up. I'll make sure if it's cloudy, I'll make sure to be sad just to like fit the mood, right? But if you do the labs one, please. Alter, aren't you already paying me with your membership? Also, you're from Argentina. What are you going to pay me, 3 cents? What the fuck kind of offer is that? I'm sorry. I'm being a dick. Also, by the labs, I mean Albrecht's labs. The Whispers in the Walls tile set. I'm very grateful for them. The thing is, like, I expected them to do bad because they're naturally very niche, but I think I showed this on stream. I think that the video for the... Hold on, let me just look at this again.
Another job well executed.
Let me just look at this again. I know I talked about it recently. How much has the fragmented... I think it was like $40? Yeah, $43. Rough shit, rough shit. Anyways... So, when it comes to... I mentioned the choice paralysis thing. Hold on, we gotta look at Latum's fashion real quick. Slaying or not, what do we think, chat? This has a very, like, Candyland vibe to me, I feel like. It's very effeminate. Ripeye fear. 2 colors a bit dull. I mean, there's kind of 3, because there's, like, the gray, right? I guess I don't know if you want to consider these, like, a distinct color, but, you know. We have the, dude, the giant bow and everything. This has to be a Pride Month fashion. This must be a Pride Month fashion. It has to be. You can't force Femme Rhino like this and not convince me that the estrogen arc is being done in celebration of Pride Month. Anyways. So, should I shit my pants and escape this formless existence if Pazul isn't in the Tau update? Low-key, maybe. I'm considering it. I'm considering it. If Pazul doesn't show up at TennoCon, dude, I might take my own life. I might take my own life. Anyhow, I need to get back to the thing I was actually talking about. So, stuff I want to work on. Analyzing the Anarchs is the one that's the farthest along, but is also going to take a lot of work to make, and I really don't expect it to do well. I want to do the game mode tier list, but I know that writing it is going to fucking suck. It's going to be a super long video. Recording it will be easy. It's just going to be footage of the game mode.
Enjoying the view?
But writing it is going to suck. That's going to be a pain in the ass. and doing all the like the testing for it and stuff as well, because I want to go through the like all of the game modes a decent amount if I'm not super familiar with them. Like Foley's Hunt, I've played an all right amount of, but I want to do like some more in-depth testing with it to try and like feel like I really understand it first. But so there's that. I want to do Did Persistence Kill DR as like a discussion video that I think would be interesting as kind of like a sequel to the DR video from way back when. I want to do a video about the super bosses as a whole, and specifically like the community's relationship with them. I kind of have two ideas for this. The first one is to do a video called like the super boss problem or something like that, and the fake out is the super bosses aren't the problem. It's more of the community's relationship with content like them that I think is the problem. And then the other one I thought about doing as a more broad-reaching thing, maybe it would evolve into this, it would just be a video called Do We Low-Key Suck at Warframe? Because I think it would be an interesting thing to try and, like, analyze of, like, okay, do we just suck? Like, does the community generally just suck at this game? Because I think that there's a genuine discussion there, of, like, look, I'm not saying this to be rude. I think the majority of this game's community doesn't understand it. And truth be told, that includes me in a lot of ways. But I think that there's like potential there. The problem is it's such a large topic. Like if I was to talk about difficult content in general, okay, super bosses, sure. Archimedia, sure. Level cap? Well, they don't really design the game around level cap. Or what about, like, do we take it to, like, understanding fundamental mechanics? Do we talk about mechanics that I think make the game too easy? Like, do I talk about the popularity of Revenant and Torrid? There's so many ways you could go with the topic. Don't understand Warframe? Low-key. Be good at Warframe? On some level, yeah, that's kind of the problem, right? Fuck off my email notifier. I'm sorry, hold on, I forgot about this. Scheduled payment reminder for your renters. Fuck you. Get out of here. Disable all notifications for the next 2 hours. But the community doesn't understand Overguard. Doesn't challenge the player enough for them to get good. That's the thing. I will say this. I agree with you for the most part, Wisp, but there are certain activities. Like, here's where I think the friction lies, right? You get to the super bosses, which I would argue are, generally speaking, the game's most difficult content. You can cheese them. You can cheese anything in this game. Let's be real here. But when you look at the super bosses, a lot of people have a lot of friction with them. And I think that a genuine part of that, with a lot of the criticisms I see of the super bosses, is that people don't understand them. But more importantly, people don't want to understand them. And I think that that's partially because the game doesn't ever require you to understand things on the level you have to understand the super bosses to do them well without, like, cheese strategies, right? So when people encounter that challenge where they're actually being pushed towards, okay, I have to know how to build my weapons for this. I have to know how to strategize around the limitations of this fight. Like, does it spawn minions? What attacks can I safely tank? How am I going to go out survival? Because, like, the fragmented one, your survivability method is really up to you, because a lot of the boss's attacks are super avoidable. But you have, like, Vor's shotgun pistol. That's super dangerous and really hard to dodge. So you have to plan around that, even if you're going to dodge all of the electric attacks. So, I think that, like, the thing with the super bosses is that there's a lot more to consider there in terms of, like, okay, I can't just use my normal build for them most of the time, right? You have to make a build tailored to them. You have to focus on the specific strengths and weaknesses of different options going into the boss, and each boss is different. I don't think that almost any of my builds were carried between bosses when it came to, like, my testing and stuff, because there's a lot to consider between the two. Like, the fragmented one spawns plenty of minions. Conditionals are fine for that. Same with the tank. Or not so much. For the guilty, also not really the case, though with the Vanguard and the Dactylist and stuff, you can kind of get away with it. So they have to start at the deep end. Well, I feel like that's a yes and no. Because, yes, in terms of that, they are so sectioned off from the rest of the game that you have to treat them as their own distinct thing. But at the same time, understanding the approach, I think, builds on your existing knowledge, right? So, like, if I'm fighting Vor, I might think to myself, oh, because I can't really dodge his pistol that easily, I need to put more effort into survivability. And when you get to that point, it's like, okay, well, what do you know about survivability? How do you tap into that pre-existing knowledge that you should know from understanding the wider game? But I get what you mean in terms of, like, a lot of the minutiae of their individual attacks and stuff are very sectioned off from the wider game in terms of, like, you can't just go into them like everything else, right? Like, most game modes in Warframe, you don't need to really prepare around them that much outside of, like, broad stroke, like, who are you playing? Versus with the super bosses, you have to get a lot more granular in terms of, like, okay, I need to take specifically these weapons, I need specifically these tools, I need to prepare for specifically these attacks, that kind of thing, right? And the super bosses are interesting to me, especially because they're one of the only things in Warframe that I really think you're supposed to fail before you beat it. Like, the experience of actually conquering the guilty was really fun. Same with, like, Vor and stuff like that. I think that the problem is that it's such a change in the player's frame of mind. Because if you go into the activity like everything else you've ever done in Warframe, as in you are expecting to steamroll everything, because that's how it is in everything else in this game, and instead of learning from the fact that you can't do that here, you just keep trying, is going to make you frustrated. I saw a lot of people leave comments on my various super boss guides, like, my problem with these bosses is that they aren't skill checks, they're gear checks. And they're frustrating because you just have to slam your head against the wall until you beat them. And I think that that's just the wrong way to approach the fight. Because if you're slamming your head against the wall over and over, I think the simple truth is, you need to change your approach. If it's not working, if you're just getting frustrated, then I think that you might need to evaluate how you're approaching the fight. And I also think that when it comes to the super bosses, I don't think it's a problem that you might have to change your build in endgame content, right? I feel this way about Archimedia too, actually. Is that if you have to change your build for something difficult, I think that's fine. Individual difficult things should require you to think more about what you have equipped than normal missions, right? So I think that that's okay, but a lot of people don't approach things that way, right? They don't go in with that frame of mind, and that's because Warframe never really requires you to. Outside of, like, certain things, like if you're going to go for, like, really long in an endurance mission or something, you never really have to think about things that way. And so when the game demands that you do, then I think that that's a huge perspective shift a lot of players can't cross, right? I also want to say for the that game people don't come to it with the expectation of genuine difficulty, so going from regular missions to Dark Souls shit makes them mad. I will say this. If these bosses just showed up, right? Like, they were just in a normal mission, I would agree with you. But here's the thing. You opt into these fights, and you are explicitly told they are going to be far more difficult than normal. I think that if you are going to opt into this more difficult challenge, you should expect it to be hard, right? Past New War, I'd say. I will say when it comes to... because I think that having more involved mechanics is, generally speaking, a good thing. They make a lot of things more engaging. But having things that are, like, loadout checks... because this was something in a hot take video, too, actually, that, like, we should design game modes for specific Warframes. And I don't really agree with that, personally. I think that having, like, different frames are good for different things, right? Like, Frost is great in defense environments. But I feel like designing a game mode like, this is the Frost game mode, or this is like the Frost Gara Limbo game mode, kind of feels like you have to take them. And I think that when it comes to how DE's been approaching game modes in general, I think they've been doing a good job with making them feel fairly open-ended in terms of, like, what you can bring. Like the Purita Rebellion, for example, right? The Purita Rebellion has, what is it? I want to say it's somewhere between 12 and 15 unique objectives. So whoever you play, you're gonna find use there, because there are objectives that reward almost every playstyle, right? So it's like if you bring a defense frame, okay, well now you're defending the dropship. So now you have the ability to use, like, leverage your defense elements. Now, to be fair, damage is always going to be the correct answer. I think I just have to make peace with that at this point. Like, let's be real here. It's clear when I talk about the, when I talked about the Overguard cycle and DE doesn't understand Overguard, not to toot my own horn, I was completely fucking right about that. And I think I just, at this point, have made peace with the fact that Overguard's original intention as, you know, a limited mechanic to force you to engage with unique enemy, like, attacks, is no longer what it's for, right? Overguard is a difficulty increase. That's how they see it. It's the difficulty go up button. I don't like it. I wish that it wasn't treated like that, but I think I just have to make peace with the reality, right? And, as a result, I think that damage is just going to be king no matter what, unless the game mode is, like, explicitly designed, around that. And yeah, that's also another good point, in terms of the movement between them makes frames like Gauss rewarding. That is true. But I think that, like, because a big part of when I did the stuff with... Sorry, I should probably be playing the game while I'm talking about this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Ayla the thing with energy rate. You know what? Let's take Mesa. But new viewer here, welcome. Welcome. Warning that this stream is going to be terrible. But my critique of Overguard in the Overguard videos that I still stand by is that my problem with Overguard is not that it makes the game too hard. That's never really been the point. The point that I try to make when I critique Overguard as a system is that it makes the game feel like you have to play a certain way when it's involved, right? And I feel like with... How do I put this, right? Overguard is essentially pushing certain playstyles out of the game. When you find places like the Descendia, or Archimedia, or even just a lot of Pulvania missions where it's everywhere, crowd control Warframes just feel so much worse. And I feel like the problem with Overguard for me is not even that it exists, but that it's so overused. So I didn't talk about this in either Overguard video, and the reason for that was I just didn't think it was something that it wasn't a can of worms I wanted to open. Oh, that cost a lot of energy. Whoops. But it wasn't a can of worms I wanted to open because I felt like people would miss the point. Now I can't watch you. Damn. You know, if you have to, you know, leave your membership behind to go back to living the unemployed life, you know, that I respect that. But when it comes to those, like, environments, those crowd control frames feel so much worse to play. And, like, for me, a big part of that was... Oh, right, this is what the weird rollers... Dude, there are so... What the... Dude, we had the whole roller lineage. That dude, his wife, and his 2 kids just walked in here. What the fuck? He had more. There were more children. Anyways, useless. Okay, here's my thing. I've seen a lot of people, including in Trib's video, talk about the idea of making Overguard block damage instead of CC. I think this is a bad idea. And to make it clear why, Overguard's purpose is not to nerf crowd control. Overguard's purpose is to force you to engage with enemies. If you could just crowd control them and not damage them, you are still not engaging with them. That doesn't really fulfill the requirement. Because the original point of Overguard was, okay, we're adding these new Eximus units, but if you can just stun-lock them immediately, their abilities do not functionally matter. So we should have some system to stop you from immediately stun-locking them. I think the problem nowadays is that, especially with the advent of all the new damage options against Overguard, it doesn't really do that for damage, right? Like, yeah, it stops crowd control from instantly stun-locking the enemy, but damage can still just insta-kill them. Also, yeah, I know my cat's in the floor. He does that sometimes. What's your oatmeal recipe? Barf adjacent slop. I don't really make oatmeal that often, to be perfectly honest with you. This has got to be some kind of D's Nuts joke. I can't piece it together in my head, but I know it's in there. From Overguard. So I've seen a lot of interesting concepts about this. So, like, someone talked about Guild Wars 2, I think it was, having a mechanic called the Break Bar, where it was like if an enemy, like, was immune to crowd control, but I think it's like if they stack up enough CC effects, the bar breaks and they become briefly stunned, something like that. I think that there are ways to do it, but then there also comes the problem, and I see this with a lot of people's suggestions for things, like, generally speaking, is I think people are quick to suggest things that are way too complicated. Like, I think that it's important, if you're going to put forward a solution to a problem, that the solution be both, like, feasible, but also understandable. Oh, whoops. If the player doesn't understand what's happening without having to read a bunch of stuff, like, externally, or account for a bunch of special cases, then I feel like the system just kind of sucks. Because if it's like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, this, you know, this applies, but this doesn't, or what have you, it can be really unclear what's happening. I think that the best option is to try and... Oh, what the fuck was I doing there? Just camping in that for no reason. I think the best option is to try and strike a balance. Like, Overguard on enemies currently is a fairly simple system. If they have Overguard, then their health won't take damage, it's protected, and they're immune to crowd control effects. So it's like... I think that there's, like, it's a fairly simple system. I just think that it's kind of, how do I even put this? The system isn't even a problem in isolation necessarily. I do not like that crowd control effects do not do anything against Overguard. I still stand by that critique, even though my suggested solution of making crowd control effects grant a damage buff to Overguard is no longer feasible, because they've gone down other routes for that.
Assassination contract complete. Great.
But, wow, I got a pineapple. That was real rewarding. But I think that even though Overguard kind of sucks in terms of, like, well, your CC does literally nothing, if it was just on Eximus units and, like, Thrax and stuff like that, and they just kept the spawns on those in a more normal area, right? Like the 2 at a time limit they had previously introduced, that's fine. I can live with it, because you can still crowd control the trash mobs, right? That was part of the original, like, proposal. Is that you can still crowd control the trash mobs. But then you get to areas like Holvania, where there's a shit ton of Eximus units, or the addition of the Protector Ancient, which even post-nerf, I still genuinely think the Protector Ancient is such a conceptually bad enemy, it should not even be in the game. Or when you get to, like, the Descendia with Eximus Cabals, where, like, 90% of the enemies are Eximus units. I just don't really... I don't really like the way that it's being spread around, because now crowd control in those environments does nothing. When you have that much shit, it does nothing. Thank you for the 20 gift memberships, AK Dreamer, and thank you as well, Altair123 for the membership. The Jade Light is coming to slay you all. Stay gray, soldiers. Stay gray. Unless it's absolutely necessary. I think people call it a wiki game because there's a bunch of stuff that's not clear up front, like where do I get this resource or what have you. And if you really want to understand the game, you really do have to live on the wiki, like, adaptation. So here's the thing with that. How exactly do you approach it? Because I've seen this, like, people suggest this very often, where people are like, they should just make it so that it reduces crowd control. But, like, how do you do that? Does a knockdown or, like, a ragdoll just become, like, a stagger? Are slows reduced? What about disarming someone?
Sometimes,
like,
just likes to assume
there's so much granularity there with individual crowd control effects that it's like, the more you dig into it, especially with all of the unique use cases, well, it's twofold. One, how do you reduce a specific effect? And two, it's the readability thing, like I mentioned. How is it clear to the player that is happening, right? Why is it clear to the player what is actually going on whenever these things are occurring? Because I feel like for a lot of players, they'd see stuff like that and not really entirely know what's going on in terms of, like, okay, why did my crowd control get this specific reduced reaction? I've seen a lot of people also say, well, we should just make it so overguarded enemies have status reduction, like certain bosses. where they have like a 25% of the duration. But at the same time, if your duration was high enough, it still wouldn't matter. Like if you built for like Nova, okay? If Nova threw down her 4, the overguarded enemy would still be in her 4 radius at all times, so they just keep regaining the effect. So it doesn't do anything at that point. So I feel like with like I said, a lot of that is just like the complexity thing. You want a solution that applies to as many cases as possible and is also simple enough that players can actually understand it. That's kind of my thought process with it personally. If only Fanged Wisp was here. Let's be real. Even if Wisp was here, they're not getting that shit. They are cursed. We have a dude. Void Flood fucking sucks. They need to fix this Fissure for real. The reactant just doesn't drop fast. I am here. Holy shit. Well, you see, it proved my point. It proved my point. I hadn't seen Wisp post in a while. I might have missed the message. Bingo card for Tenokon? Probably not. Got lost in the Jade Light? Grim. 1999 Fissures? I agree. Holvania doesn't have a ton of stuff to do at the moment, I feel like. I could do Conjunction to Survival, but that's kind of boring. That's kind of lame. Sorrow. Fear in 50 seconds. Okay, to be clear, I like the game mode. I think Void Flood of the game mode is fun. The Fissure fucking sucks. The game mode I have no problem with. I think Void Flood is fun for the most part. The Fissure can fuck right off. So the new Kome augment, it seems cool. Thank you for the 1 gift membership, Cool Ortis. I know what you were trying to do here, but it's not going to go to Wisp. I'm sorry. We all know it's not happening. Is anyone going to get it? What the fuck? I don't even see it popping up in the chat. Yeah, it didn't go to Wisp. Rough shit, rough shit. I think about it. Yeah, so there is a common saying that I've seen, and that's players are very good at identifying problems, but not good at fixing. And I think that that's a completely fair stance. Now, I do think that there are times where people who really do have a deep understanding of the game have oftentimes pretty good suggestions. So, for example, the Kengineer's Melee Influence video. I don't agree with him on everything in it, but I think that a lot of his suggestions for improving the existing arcanes were very good. Some of them I don't think were perfect solutions, or maybe would be, like, kind of... How do I put this? Kind of weird to work with. Like, for example, I think that melee exposure might need more adjustment because it skews your weighting so heavily in favor of corrosive that I think a lot of people pass it up for that reason. But, like, generally speaking, I think that, like, melee Kareen is a good power point to shoot for, and I think that a lot of Ken's suggestions were very good in that regard. Like, I think that when it comes to his approach in his video, that would work out quite well as corrosive. So I thought about that too, do a separate hit instance, but then you have to cope with the fact that separate instances are prone to, like, an insane amount of jank. And it's like, okay, well, if it's a separate instance like an elemental ammo or something, this has the potential to be a better melee duplicate. But Void Flood? I mean, I think that's like a thing that just comes with time, though, right? Like, you'll learn it eventually. That's kind of my thought process with that. I will say, so, just real quick, in regards to Kengineer's video, I agree with most of his ideas, but the one thing I don't really agree with him on necessarily is that melee influence is not a problem. And my reasoning for that is pretty much this. Ken compared melee influence to the best weapons in the game and said that in his testing it did not outperform them, so he didn't think it needed a nerf, and that it would only really need a nerf if it was surpassing them. That's a totally fair stance, but I think the thing that Ken is kind of missing, in my opinion, is that influence is an item you can put on any melee weapon, right? Like, the Torrid Incarnate is its own solitary thing, but melee influence is a single item competing with an entire weapon. And sure, there are different melees that are better or worse at using influence. I'm aware of that. But you're able to kind of homogenize the power level of a lot of melees to the level of something like the Torrid Incarnate. And I feel like that's kind of where the problem comes in for a lot of people, is that you end up in a situation where it feels like you have to take influence, right? Because you're losing so much if you don't. It's like why they nerfed Nourish, right? Now, I will say, though, something I thought about after Ken's video that made me realize, because I've always advocated I do think influence deserves to get nerfed, but I realized something after watching Kenjineer's video that is something I can't believe I've never realized before. Why would we nerf influence first? Like, if you think about it, we could buff all of the other arcanes and see what happens, and then nerf influence if it continues to be the problem. Because I had always been like, well, let's nerf influence and then bring up the other melee arcanes to be more competitive, just like with each other and like a better baseline of power. But it's like, why would we do those in the same update? Like, there's not really a reason to do that necessarily. You could very well just not do anything to influence first, and just buff everything else, and then see what happens. And if influence falls in the usage levels to a point that's acceptable, okay, that's perfectly fine, don't need to touch it. If it's still dominating, even after everything, okay, then we need to step in and dial it back. Because I feel like that would probably be the better approach, just for everyone, is let's just nerf influence after, if it's still overperforming. But that's just kind of my opinion on it. Because that's a shortcut answer. Well, here's the thing. I mean, first of all, I don't think that nerfing one item is, or like buffing every other item is not the shortcut, I would say, compared to nerfing melee influence. But I think that the difficulty you encounter is how do you compete with a 20-meter no line-of-sight AoE on any melee weapon with a decent status chance. Like, I think that's the problem with melee influence fundamentally, is it's hard to compete with because it's just that strong. But I do think that when it comes to the entire debate around it, I think the best option is probably just to let's buff the other arcanes first, and then let's reevaluate influence after everything, like the dust has settled on that. Also, this was a Scarlet Spear decoration. I believe they've been bringing it back in events, though. I think that's where that comes from. It's a melee AoE. To be honest, I don't really think that we just need, like, more melee AoE, to be honest. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of that approach in general, but maybe that's just a me thing. You know what, dude? Why not? Time to lose all of my viewers. When the gate wings exist? That's true. That's true. I could just take Mesa to make this easy. Where is... A lot of these I don't even use. This is the only one I actually care about. Bratton's probably the way to go. Do Compressa and Paracesis, that's fine. What weapon do I have on? Oops. Siam? You know, I actually think I want to use Argo Envel. I haven't used this weapon in a while. Okay.
The fearful conspirator.
Why we need other decorations?
One haunted
I mean, I'll admit that I always am a little
day
weird about like joining people's orbiter invites because I almost always get insanely distracted.
could destroy what I fear.
Fuck you.
Wouldn't have to
Dude, why do I have to
fight
get 2
you.
archers?
I trust you.
This is such fucking bullshit.
Have to. They're plotting against me.
Make those waves gay. I mean, yeah, you can. I see the vision. I see the vision.
Every single last one. One of us has
Why do they do
to
that?
kill those tags.
Dude, Arcus units are really annoying, because if you knock them down, they always roll. Like, certain enemies, like the Gladius, can roll or might just do, like, a neutral get-up, and I believe Malleus enemies always do a neutral get-up. But the Arcus enemies always, like, roll, and I just think that's super fucking annoying. Wukong Czar epidemic? I mean, yeah. I missed it. I talk about this in the augment problem video. I gotta be careful about the Gladius if he's empowered, because he can teleport. Oh yeah, I forgot she can teleport too now. Fuck you. I want to deal with the archer. Okay, where is this bitch? I guess she's just invisible? I don't think that's supposed to happen. Anyways, in regards to the whole, like, thing with augment mods and the Exilis slot, I've talked about this in the augment problem video, but I feel like that solution is a little questionable for a couple of reasons. Namely, if we lower the cost, like the barrier to entry of augment mods that much, then the base kit doesn't really exist anymore. And I feel like if we're to do that, then it just kind of reinforces the problem of like, oh, just put it in the Exilis slot. And it's like, well, that doesn't really fix anything. I feel like the problem is that the mandatory augments just shouldn't be in the game, right? But obviously we're kind of beyond that, because then the question is, okay, well, how do you fix that problem? And then again as well, like, if you make all of the augment mods Exilis, every other Exilis mod is dead. Just straight up, every other Exilis mod is dead. I feel like almost none of them could compete because certain augments are so powerful. That parry was useless. You still take damage if you parry that. I just wanted to aura farm. Ow. What the fuck? Knock your shit off, please. Okay, I don't know how we ended up over there. Why does that whiff? The uppercut whiffing is really annoying. Ow. But yeah, that's... I kind of feel like if we were to make all of the augments Exilis, then you just encounter the problem of like, okay, well, existing... He was alive? Okay. The existing Exilis mods, just in general, really get pushed out of the equation. And I think that the base kit kind of stops existing. And multi-augmented. I see the vision, I see the vision.
Like the first rumblings of a landslide.
It's interesting that we got Kullervo's Hold as the island for these objectives.
Began to build.
For these slots. Well, Exilis mods aren't supposed to be that good, though. I think the problem is certain things don't belong there, to be honest. Like, Exilis mods were originally pitched as the mobility slot, but then the drift mods put stuff like power strength in there. And I feel like it's hard to compete with that kind of thing. Like, I feel like a lot of weapons and warframes in general, Cactus, have, like, specific things that are just best in slot because they defy what the slot is for. It's supposed to be, you know, like the original pitch, like I said, was more mobility or, like, utility-oriented things. Like enemy radar or bullet jump, you know, distance and stuff. But that it's usually ignorable. I disagree in terms of, like, certain abilities with breakpoints. So, like, if there's an ability that requires, like, 200% strength for a full strip or something, that is a really impactful chain.
Come out of them. It's going to have to be you.
Your presence is enough to hold the paradox at bay, but the environment itself will fight to choke you out.
Perma silence? You know, I respect that. Dude, why do we have to get this boring-ass game mode? I really feel like Undercroft survival should have its duration reduced, dude. This shit sucks. The Undercroft just annoys me in general, I'm not even gonna lie. More than any of the drift mods. I think it depends on the person's playstyle. Okay, maybe this is going to be a hot take. I need to be honest with you all. Prime Sure-Footed is bad game design, and it shouldn't be in the game. Full stop. I really, really don't like Prime Sure-Footed. Because I feel like... So here's the thing with Prime Sure-Footed. it makes the mechanics it blocks impossible to legitimately balance the game around. Because whether or not the player has the mod gives them a vastly different experience. So, like, if a boss attack staggers you or knocks you down, if you have Prime Sure-Footed, no, it doesn't. So that means that the experience is vastly different for people who do or don't have the mod equipped. If you don't have the mod equipped, then you might be getting knocked down constantly, and it's really frustrating, because the developers overtuned it. If you do have the mod equipped, that element of the attack doesn't mean anything to you. So it makes the attack far less threatening, because you can just ignore a major component of it. And on top of that, Prime Sure-Footed removes the main balancing measure that they gave to AoE weapons to prevent them from being spammed. Self-Stagger was supposed to stop you from mindlessly just using them, you know, against the floor, but Prime Sure-Footed completely removes that from the equation. So it's like, okay, well, now the main balancing measure to punish you for spamming AoE weapons is gone. It can't spam stability. Yeah, and I will say that I think that, like, certain, like, Warframe-specific buffs can definitely make that work. Like, for example, if you have, like, Titania's Spellbind that makes her status immune, I feel like having an ability grant you that effect is a lot different than having a mod grant you that effect, right? Because if that ability grants you that effect, that's like a kit level thing. Your Warframe might be more well suited towards that environment than others because of an ability in their kit. I think that's okay. But having it as a mod means anyone can do it to an absurd extent. Like, dude, even Cautious Shot. Cautious Shot is a mod that you equip on AoE weapons to prevent self-stagger, except it is an objective downgrade from Prime Sure-Footed, even at what it's supposed to do, because you will still block with your arms if you shoot too close to yourself. So it's like, what the fuck? Minimize the whole situation. I wouldn't necessarily say that. The stagger rework will make getting staggered less of a problem, but I don't think it makes Prime Sure-Footed any less awful. I don't know. I really don't like Prime Sure-Footed. It's weird, too, because when PSF came out, it was a meme. People memed that it was, like, totally worthless, which shocks me looking back on it. But yeah, especially with it being an Exilis mod, because, like, don't get me wrong, PSF is really, really expensive to slot. So there is some trade-off there. But especially with the addition of, like, Omniforma, if you've got the time to polarize things, it's not a big enough issue that it'll stop you from using it, right? I don't know. I think that Prime Sure-Footed is one of those things where, like, I understand why people like it, because, let me make something clear. Knockdowns are annoying. Staggers are annoying. Losing control of your character is fucking annoying. And there are a lot of activities in this game that spam the ever-loving shit out of the ability to knock you down. For example, I think that Profit Taker and Eidolons, to an extent, without Prime Sure-Footed, is fucking miserable. They have so many attacks that knock you down that are so large, it's not fun. So certain activities, it really, really feels like you have to take it. Same with the tank, honestly. The tank is really, really obnoxious without Prime Sure-Footed, because it has so many things that knock you down. But, like, generally speaking, I think that Warframe has a problem with the spamming staggers, which makes it even worse, right? Where it's like, okay, well, if we're spamming staggers, that means that Prime Sure-Footed gets even stronger, because it's allowing you to block more, and it's pushing you to using it more, because now there are more use cases in which it is helpful. I don't know. I don't expect Prime Sure-Footed to get nerfed, and it doesn't necessarily need to. I feel like from like a design perspective, you know, my extremely limited perspective on game design as a complete fucking nobody, you know, worthless chud, I really just don't like it. Because I don't have it. Godspeed. That shit sucks.
There shall be no further warnings.
Okay. Thanks, Thorax. I'm gonna do it again, by the way. Low key.
Fear in her wake. Doors will close closed and windows.
This guy's on this fucker's table. What is happening? Bye. Yeah, I will say there are some things that I find prime share footage to be generally useful. That was embarrassing. Genuinely useful on... What are... Hello? Did she see Medusa? Are y'all seeing this? Okay, well, if you want any more proof that Uviri is, abandonware, what the fuck is going on here? Can I just, like, stand on her head? Hold on. Ah, fuck, it's pushing me off. That's so cringe. Okay, can I free her? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this game mode? There we go. I guess she just needed to be knocked down? What the fuck was that? Like, double knock. That's not even fair. Ouch. I really should just be using my Sirocco for these enemies, but I won't. The last enemy is, yeah. No... Dude, hello? I don't understand, dude. I don't understand. I just, like... What the fuck is happening right now? Zero survival instincts. Oh, hi, Bremen.
Name's Bryman, fastest Kaith rider in the kingdom. If you think you're faster,
Just chill back. That's true. I feel you. Okay.
beat my time.
He won't see me. Get ass. Also, just for the, I want more insta-kill mechanics. So this is something that I thought was really interesting, because with Ashe originally, Ashe lost both of his insta-kills, which I would just like to say, for the record, I do not like. Did I just pass one? I don't think I did. Or like Roth's insta-kills. I've seen some people say, bosses insta-killing you is always bad game design. And I would like to make it clear, I do not think that. I think wipe mechanics can work if they are interesting and if they are interesting to engage with and reward you for completing, right? So like, take Roth with his insta kill where he like charges up his brimstone. Brimstone gives you a huge opportunity to counter it. It gives you the demonium buff if you pick up the glyphs, and it gives you a huge window to damage Roth. So you're basically being put into a situation where you have to engage with his mechanic or you'll die. But at the same time, if you engage with the mechanic, you're rewarded. You said progress together. Well, I think it's at the same time. It's like if you have a really, really slow mechanic, where like, I don't know. I feel like if you have an attack that has a super fucking long windup, and the punishment for it is not greater than any other attack, it might as well not exist. I feel like if I feel like I have, like, because insta-kill attacks, I think, can do a good job of putting pressure on players to perform. Like, a lot of the most fun moments I've had in, like, Destiny raids, for example, are from the pressure that an insta-kill attack is providing. Like, we have to do this or we all die. I think that there is some value there. Killing the player is categorically bad design. It's a boss. Like, I'm not saying this to be a dick, but like, I feel like this kind of logic is to advocate that no attack should be able to kill you, period. Now, with Roth in particular, it can be quite annoying, or with certain super bosses, but none of them really have an insta-kill necessarily. But like, with Roth, it can be annoying because you have to do the floors before. I think that you can make an argument that Roths in particular are not very fun because you have to go through the experience again. But like I said, I feel like there is a place for wipe mechanics, so long as they are fair and telegraphed. Because again, if you're going to have an attack, dude, I am actually fucked. If you're going to have an attack that has a super long windup and even rewards players for completing it in a certain way, I feel like there has to be a legitimate threat behind that attack. That's just my personal opinion. or Ash. I don't like that he lost his insta-kills, but I understand why it happened. Okay, caveat to that. If you get to him once. I thought that you had to beat him to unlock that. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I thought that you had to beat him to unlock that marker. I suppose I might just be fucking that up. I guess I could test it if I really want. But I think... Okay, dude, can these guys fuck off? I'm just fucking cheesing this one. I don't want to take any decrees, but I'm not dealing with this. But with Ash, I get why he lost his Shadow Clone insta-kill, even if I do think it was fair. If you didn't know how it worked, it was super difficult to see coming. Blade Storm, though. I do not think Blade Storm should have lost its insta-kill, or at least if we're gonna remove its insta-kill, there should still be a punishment for getting hit by it. Like, Ash's Blade Storm went from a genuinely threatening attack where you saw the icon and you went, oh shit, I have to hide, like, right now, to I don't fucking care because it can be blocked by Shield Gate for some reason. So, Blade Storm's insta-kill is gone, and I think that was just a weird decision. If they, like, kept the insta-kill but increased the interval between marks, I would be fine with that. But removing it just made the attack a fucking joke. Ash got turbo nerfed with the release of the Guilty. Coming your Warframe like that? Yeah, it's been an intrinsic since release. You have to unlock it. I believe it's called Transference Surge. It's in one of the trees. They nerfed Ash. Okay, not Ash the Warframe. Ash the boss. To make something clear, Ash the boss got nerfed, not Ash like the playable Warframe. Okay, I need to be so dead ass with you all. When Thrax said the word ragged, I was looking at my other monitor and I heard the F slur. I full on thought he dropped that. For Pride Month, Thrax comes out as homophobic. Anyways. He can say it.
Even Thrax. It's too close to the void. To him. That's why I'm sending you.
Ash is a boss. Yeah, Ash is a boss in the Prime Vanguard lineup, yeah.
Secrets lie buried.
That's reprocessing disorder. You know, that's fair. Dude, if I'm not paying attention, I will misread or mishear things readily. I shit you not. It became a running gag on the Minecraft server that I kept reading baked potato as based potato. It got so bad, I started renaming them to based potato, so at least I wouldn't be misreading it anymore. Why are you skipping the decrees? I think it's fun. I think it's more fun that way. That's also why I'm not fighting Color Bow. His level will increase the longer I wait. In the 12-minute time span, maybe the actions were nerfed in consideration of that. They do keep all of their, like, abilities when they show up as regular guard, or, like, enemies, yeah. But I feel like Ash just got turbo nerfed, dude. In that, like, as a boss, he legitimately went from the most threatening Vanguard, like, bar none, to one of the easiest. I genuinely think that, like, for me, he's down there with Caliban as, like, I don't have to worry about most of his attacks. Weirdly enough, I think that the most threatening Vanguard in the Guilty is actually Mesa, even though one of her abilities is broken and hasn't worked since the Guilty came out. Mesa literally went from, like, a huge joke to, oh my god, her basic attack deals a shit ton of damage and she is crazy accurate. Hi, Mr. Kid. Welcome, welcome. But, yeah, I don't love how they nerfed Ash off the face of the fucking planet. I really don't. Growth is an interesting case, though, when it comes to his insta-kills. He only has 2 of them. They actually buffed his non-insta-kill. Because you could tank it so easily. But I feel like all of Roth's insta-kill mechanics, I actually think are really well done. Because, again, it's like a very high-risk reward kind of thing, right? If you are ignoring the attack, you're gonna die, generally speaking. But if you're engaging with the attack, you are rewarded with a huge damage window. Like, even besides, I think Demonium is the most rewarding. But when you look at, like, leaps or slams, whenever he does those, like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Low-key, I think slams being an insta-kill is a little bit excessive. Sometimes that shit can hit you without having any business doing so. But the mechanic where you can guide him into a reservoir and that will, like, cause him to get stunned and take damage is really cool. Or how, if you're taking cover from Enhanced Demonium, the fact that you can, you know, lay on damage from safety is also really cool. Even if I really don't like that the bubble disappears before he stops the attack, I think that's really fucking annoying. But there's some cool interactivity. Could at least instantly down you. Well, I think this is more of a solo play problem, honestly, because the stomp will I believe it instantly downs you if you're in a group. So your teammates can still save you if you got stomped, unlike Demonium, where just boom, everyone's dead. But in solo play, the stomp insta-killing you can feel really bullshit if you guided Roth. Like, if I guide Roth into one of the reservoirs, I always roll out of the way. You go straight to corpse? Really? Okay, good to know. I don't really play in a group that often, so I was unaware of that. But with the slams, if he slams into a reservoir, it's supposed to make the slam deal no damage. I say supposed to, because I have a lot of times where it just doesn't care, and will just kill me anyways. Also, just kind of out of band take real quick. Does anyone else feel like uploading excavator power cells when it's already at full power should give you like a 5-second time reduction or something? I feel like this would be a really great opportunity to add another time skip mechanic by like maybe overflowing them and making them speed up. Like maybe giving them additional power cells gives them like a 5 seconds of increased rate or something. I don't really know why this should have to be so slow. Thank you for the 50 crown. Stalker, I know. Thank you. I'm just swinging my camera around, dude. I'm not even looking at my fucking monitor when I play this Warframe. A mechanic in Face Off? I'm actually not sure. I haven't played nearly enough Face Off. Oh, hi. Just swinging it during Pride Month? Yes, during Pride Month. For Pride Month, we whipping it out and we swinging it. And by it, I mean my regulator. Takes way too long. I feel like Excavation and Survival are just both really, really slow in the Undercroft. Not a huge fan of either of them. Overrun Hoof Job. I like how you said say parentheses gay. Just in case anyone thought maybe there was a straight Overrun Hoof Job. As if such a thing could exist. The act of receiving an Oberon hoof job is gay regardless of your gender. Remember my theory that there are certain things gayer than being gay? That's one of them. For sure. Dude, I feel like I should do... you guys remember Would or Would Not? We should do that again, but instead it's going to be like, is it gay? That could be a fun bit. Fellas, is it gay to blank? And we just have everyone's opinions on it. Removes time instead. Oh, okay.
Really?
You burn
Why do I hear
CDs?
whispers in my head
CDs.
when I look at you?
Sorry.
Why are your
Gay or nay?
eyes like
Indeed.
that?
I feel like I'd have to get some images for that. I'll workshop it. Something else I've been thinking about. I guess I'll float this by you all real quick. I'm thinking I might do the first draft of the game mode tier list as a live stream, like I did with the passive tier list. I think it might be fun to do a live stream where we like get people's thoughts and stuff first, and then I make the list from there. Thank you for the additional 5 AK Dream. Fellas, is it gay to want 3 more bosses in Duviri Circuit? That's a good question. Have to be in that list? I mean, yeah. Do we really need to even vote on the kitty paw socks being gay? Like, let's be real here, okay? If you think that wearing the kitty bean socks is straight, I have really bad news for you. In 2001... Sorry, I'm dead.
The aura worm must be subdued. For that, I
You willing to
offer you
suck
my
toes? For
orders.
honestly, I do really want a Roth
Rest
super
is
boss.
up to
Maybe not
you.
that much. Maybe not that much. But I think that Roth would be a very fun super boss, especially if they gave him all 3 of his like special attacks in the second phase. What happened in 2001? 2001 called. Oh my God.
All Duviri lives in
I remember there was someone who was like, where were you on 9/11, cool kid? And it's like, in my mom's belly. I had not been born yet. I'm sorry. I'm not unk enough to have been alive for... Oh, that was like... Dude, I got fucking parried. I am not unk enough to have been alive for that. What am I going? Dude, it didn't... Fuck off! I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I thought Kitty Socks was straight. That's fucking... That's crazy.
Use the beast. Destroy Thrax's bonds.
The 2 giant towers? That's true. Welcome to the 9/11 game mode. Okay, this is going to be a take that many people will disagree with, and that's fine. I think on the steel path, you should have to break 4 of these. I feel like this phase is way too fast on the steel path. I think it'd be cool if you had the, like, you actually had to do the entire loop again. Then again, they have to fix the myriad bugs tied to this part of a fight nowadays, because, man, it's a buggy shit. As was clearly demonstrated by whatever the fuck just happened there. But... Wonder where I reincarnated from? Okay. I can build no galvanized stacks, so I just kind of have to suffer with this, which is lame. I really don't like this boss fight for that reason. Like, the lack of ability to generate galvanized stacks is just really annoying. I kind of wish that, like, wormlings would spawn throughout the fight or something to give you an opportunity to generate stuff. Just spawn the art gun, dog. I already know you're going to give it to me. Which one was I? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Dude, this laser attack is cancer. I hate that. I hate that so much. For those who don't know, the Aura Worm has this attack where it just shoots a laser out of its nose directly into you. It's so fucking unfair. I hate that attack so much. It's so fast. Considered weak points? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not... Good attack. I'm not really a fan. Not really a fan of how slow this fight can be. I could Kaith skip, but I don't really mind. People have submitted Kaith skip for the longest time for weird and obscure, but I don't really know if it's obscure enough to be worth mentioning. I feel like everybody knows. Then again, there's stuff I include in the series that I know people know, so... I've talked about this before, but I have a philosophy with weird and obscure that, like, it's a fun thing to watch a trivia video and be like, oh, hey, I knew that. So sometimes I include stuff in the series that I know isn't really that obscure, because I want people to have that little, like, that experience. Be like, oh, hey, I knew that. It's a nice feeling, right? It's a nice feeling. Kaith skip? You know, you don't have to ride the Kaith in this part. You can just go out of bounds and, like, wall latch. I just normally ride the Kaith because I think it's fun, but you don't actually have to. Certain frames like Titania make it super easy if you get them. Damn, Thrax really do be sounding like my parents. Alright, Sense. Actually, that's part of my, like, concern about it, too. On release... There was a bug where if you killed all the wormlings too fast, your game broke, and you just couldn't progress. That's how I feel every day that I wake up, Sickle, so get with the fucking program. Get in line, bitch. Also, let's not pretend you weren't an ugly-ass hoe before. Okay, I'm sorry. I need to calm down. I can't be saying shit like that. That sounds way too fucking mean. Oh my god. Afterwards, yeah, I saved Colorbo for the end. I don't know where the mating crest part of that comes in, but in his orbiter. Oh, dude, I respect the commitment. That's fucking wild. That's a lot of effort. Can I stop getting fried? Hello? I'm trying to kill the boss. Could you please fuck off? Go, my nourish. Go, my meta-slavery. Fucking crush my balls. Okay, in or out of Aura Worm form? Important clarifying question. Important clarifying question. Oops. Now that I can kill these guys, I can actually proc my conditionals.
Help me!
Oh, the headshots. Oh, fuck. I'm like right in the beam. I'm being an idiot. This phase not getting changed in the steel path is really weird to me. Oh shit, I knocked him down, so I missed the headshots. That's, oops. Oh, that's two. Let me get all stacked to deadhead. There we go. Alright, let's just beat this hoe up real quick. Anyway. There's a reason boys have two balls. I don't like how you worded that, Wisp. I don't like how you worded that at all.
Bravely done. For this one night at least,
Okay.
Duviri is calm.
What happened?
What happened?
Why can't I remember?
What's up with you, Acrithis?
Interesting meeting. Let's see what comes of it.
Duviri Bush. Yeah, I'm picking up 5 of them Johns. For sure, for sure.
I wonder what you'll do with that.
Shotgun Vendetta. Actually, low-key. Good purchase, good purchase. Konala Sprout? Why is everything costing me Tasoma Extract? We only got so much. It's actually a very rare resource. I should not be spending it like this. Another decree I won't use. I could.
What
Arthritis?
a riddle you are.
Looks weird. Grabbing the Duviri Bush. That's what some of you want to do to Sithel, I think. I find that upsetting. Alright, new idea. Warframe NPC tier list based on how well shaven they are. It's like the... Okay, dude. My YouTube recommended has been totally fucked. Let me find this video. Hold on. Let me find this video, dude. Dude, this shit was fucking crazy. Me searching this is gonna make it even worse. So I open YouTube one day. I shit you not. The first fucking thing... You might hear a Windows noise, just to make you aware. The first thing I see when I open YouTube... Fucking hell. Hold on, this is gonna take a minute because I gotta make sure I get it saved. Okay. I open YouTube. The first thing that hits me on my recommended is this. The fucking thumbnail. Dude, I was like, what? And if you see, yes, I did watch that shit. Of course I did. You can't tell me you wouldn't watch this. You see this title and you're like, you see that thumbnail, you're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about, dog? And dude, this guy's channel is fucking hilarious. He has so much shit on here that is fucking crazy. Okay, hold on. So he has like a few normal videos. Sorry, that was my computer, not yours. He has a few normal videos, right? He has a few normal videos. And then you're just like, okay. Then you get hit with like, this. And it's like, what? Oh my god. Dude, I was fucking... That shit is beyond insane. Beyond insane. Beyond insane. Part 4? I know, right? I was like, what do you mean part 4? Dude, YouTube just hit me with the craziest recommendations sometimes. Absolutely insane. Gem alert, perhaps? Gem alert? Oh, right, I have the thing that marks the puzzles now. I forgot about that. Hello, homeboy. I'm not speaking with the rat. The rat and I are not on speaking terms. I haven't done this puzzle in a while. Oh, is that not... Oh, do I have to push it? That's probably it. Hold up.
My shoddy ways are far too humble for the likes of you, good drifter.
I don't think I asked, and calling me good drifter has, like, sexual undertones. I don't really like... Not on squeaking terms? Yeah, correct. Okay, here we go. So that's... Okay, so I have to just find all the plates. Well, the element of, like, remembering what's what isn't going to be too bad, right? Because, like, it's right there. A U and an O. Okay, I have to find the last one, which I'm guessing is another just, like, thing I'll have to break. Excuse me, Mr. Rat. Or maybe it's a miss or a misses. I guess I'm not really sure. I never asked because I haven't spoken to the rat in many years. It being fear is going to make this a little bit tougher because I'm not going to lie. I low-key cannot fucking see. Your stream Jolt awake? I mean, I could do that. I could do... Oh, wait, hold on. There it is. Oh, do I just have to shoot it? Okay, yeah. We're good, we're good. Ow. I don't need anything from these puzzles, but I do quite like them. I feel like this was one of the coolest things they put in, just straight up. Critical orb. Cool non-binary rat? They, them rat? Alright, yeah. From this point forward, the rat is a they, them for Pride Month. 8th? Dude, fucking... Okay, whatever. Another non-binary. Yeah, first the Dara, and now this. I kind of want to do... Well, we should get beaten up by Colorbo. They, them assist? That goes hard.
Eye me so. I keep him locked up here for his own safety, and that of all Duviri.
The farm Cinta? Yeah. I like how Ballas just inserted himself into the storybook for no reason. They genuinely just crack this guy's coffin open every 3 years to incorporate him into something.
Put it down.
You know, it'd be really nice if they fixed the Duviri camera. I don't know if anyone's noticed, the lock-on camera lags behind really, really bad now. The turn rate is so slow, I genuinely think it's unusable. Yep, and his knife attack is still broken. Dude, Duviri is in, like, a major need of a look from DE. It's so broken. You was there, too. In specific, TBH. I mean, I like Cinta. I think it's a cool weapon. Not only is it gorgeous, all the Duviri weapons have a phenomenal aesthetic. But I also think that it's, like, trade-off of the energy wave or the precision shot for higher damage is really neat. Because, like, Nadaruk, you always want to go for perfect shot, but on Cinta, there's actually, like, an argument there for whether or not you'd want to deliberately not perfect shot. Fuck you. I'm hit him with the slash proc. Ooh, dude, that kick is so hard to parry. It comes out so fast. I hate how bugged this boss is. Every time I fight him, I bitch about this, but it makes me so sad. I love Kullervo's fight. I think he's actually super fun. But, like, look at this. He just starts standing there half the time. My blind rage. Ooh. I thought he was going to go for a kick there, but he feinted it into a backflip. I blocked that way too early. What the? Where? Huh? Sorry, I started sounding like one of the... have you guys seen those videos of the WWE AI broadcast tweaking out? Please tell me you all know what I'm talking about. They're so funny. What was that? He's not even attacking me anymore. It started sounding like one of those. Colorbo, can we fight, please? Where are you? What are you doing? Are we dueling or not, motherfucker? I love those videos. They're so fucking funny. Ooh, ouch. Almost hit me with it the second time. I respect the commitment. I really do. I should probably be going for headshots. Thing about Duvir that I think a lot of people don't realize, jump attacks can land you headshots, which is really valuable. They just restrict your mobility quite a bit, which I think is kind of like an interesting trade-off. Probably should have combat rolled there, but it's okay. Lervo likes to roll away, yeah, so it's good to... Going for a ground finisher is often just not going to do anything. He canceled his knife attack, but I saw it coming out and just went for the knockdown. Why does he do that? He's doing the same thing that the Arcus were doing, where they he keeps acting like he popped out of like a fucking like the railjack floor or something. What is going on here, dude? DE, hire me as a developer. I know nothing about game development, but I want to fix Duviri. I'll learn if that's what it takes. I'll learn. Just let me at it, please. Please. What is he attacking? Yeah, literally. I love how they just start like choking by the end of it too. It's so strange. Got a tech chase Kullervo with my slide attack, dude. That was a little too early, I think. That hurt a lot. Ooh, I do not like that. Where are you teleporting? He's attacking your stand? Apparently. Dude, that crossed me up really, really hard. What the hell? He went for it again, and then he canceled it again, and I fell for it again. Thank you for the 10 gift memberships. Flying Sheep Monster? Congrats to everyone who receives one, and I'm preemptively sorry for you, Whip. Oh, I parried that. Fuck, I was looking at my other screen, and I just clicked block. Yeah, no follow-up, no follow-up. Suboptimal punish. You really wanted to create space there, dude. Holy shit. We're agreed for an amazing reason. I will say, I plan on getting another production commentary done next week. After I move, with my better internet, they should be a lot easier to make. They're a lot easier to upload. So for the members, plan is next week is VR Dead. We'll probably be getting its production commentary finally. I really wanted to do that one for a while. Kullervo needs a super boss. I mean, I feel like you can just go like this, no decrease. He's close enough, right? He's basically a super boss.
He feels your wrath, Drifter. Yes, continue.
I wonder how many people know that he actually gains the elemental imbuement and his attacks change a bit in this phase. Like, he gains a few new attacks, like his sword summon and stuff, but several of his attacks also gain the damage type of the current spiral. His knife throw even has a chance to proc the element, which you won't know because he can't do it right now. Can you still parry these? That was way too early. I'm gonna try this. I have to make sure that I don't die. You can! Ooh, that's so sick. Dude, I love that. The fact that you can parry his swords and it makes him vulnerable is so awesome. Probably not intentional, but it's fucking sick. That's unblockable. I don't know why I didn't have the icon, but I recognize the animation. Ow. I like how he just walks towards you menacingly after he summons his knives. Kullervo, I'm not over there. I don't know what you're doing, homeboy. I really don't. The psychosis is taking hold. The Benadryls are... He just told me no! What? Did you guys see that? I parried him and he was just like, no, actually. I don't care. I just choose not to. Yeah, I think Kullervo, like, he knows that this is an honorable duel, right? He knows this is an honorable duel. We're farming the parries for real. That's enough time to hit that. The knockdown is good, but I'll take the slash proc. That's fine. Be careful with that. I think I'm just gonna like stick near Kullervo if I can. I say as he does that. Okay, never mind. We're not sticking near Kullervo anymore. Oh, the kick! Dude, I fucking hate the kick. It's so fast. Urelli in there. You know, that peak warning? Dude, he's just aura farming on me. Are we fighting or not, motherfucker? 3 of his guys gang up on you. I mean, it happens. It happens. With 12 decrease, yeah. I like his mechanics, so that's the thing. I think he's a fun boss to fight when he works. The problem is he's really not working right now. He keeps targeting nothing. One of his attacks is straight up missing. Come back to Duviri. Maybe Rev will play Lords of the Fallen too. Greetings from the night shift. Welcome, welcome. Immediately lose by getting parried instantly. Happens. I'm gonna take shots at his head while he's doing that. Why? What the fuck is wrong with this boss? No, let me in, Damn it. Where are you going? Is Kullervo fighting me or like his Tulpa? What's happening right now, dude? Holy fuck. Okay, that was actually nuts. I don't know how many people saw that. He did his overhead strike and then canceled the second hit into the flip kick to chase me when I rolled backwards. That was some fucking player-level intelligence gaming. Holy shit, dude. Adjustments? Yeah, I really hope so, too, for Equinox. Dude, he just keeps spamming it. He heard me say I hated that attack. Thank God Warframe's melee combat is insanely non-committal. That's actually something I really love about this game's melee combat. Underrated feature. Everything is insanely non-committal. You can cancel attacks with blocks, dodges, whatever you want. It's great. I love it. Oh, I can stop that attack by doing that? Okay, actually good to know. I never realized that. Hey guys, Cool Kid here. Real? I love parry farming. I wish we had more parry animations for individual weapon types, but you know. Oh, he did his roll and then just didn't. That was weird. Oh, I still reached him. Nice. That block was way too early. Ooh, that proc cheat death. That's not good. I gotta be careful for a second. I gotta get my health back. I could probably just try and parry. Okay, what's he doing? He's gonna go for it. Ooh, I saw that shit coming from a mile away. I knew as soon as he started walking towards me. I felt the energy, dude. I fucking felt it. I fucking felt it. Cool Urvo here? Hell yeah.
Defeat amongst countless, Kulavo. When, oh when, shall you learn this most
Okay,
obvious
this phase
lessons and
without
remain
decrees is so boring. I do not like this part at all. It's not fun. It's just not fun. Then again, this fight wasn't designed to be done without decrees, so it's not like I'm knocking like the fight too hard for it, right? Oh, I'm close to dead. But don't parry. I mean, they have unique parry animations for several of them. I just mean like more unique ones for like one weapon type, right? Oh god. Oh, ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Can you just enter your rage state already, dude? Holy shit. Even supposed to be. I'm pretty sure the Luminuses are like ghostly children from one of the Lost Islands. BRB? A Warframe player showering? Ooh. Hey guys, look, it's Volt's revenge attack. That's crazy. Oh my god. I did not expect that to insta-kill me. Holy shit, dude. You can parry these, by the way. It's just kind of hard. And then, yeah, you just get to wail on him for a bit. So that's cool. Because he kneels, you get to headshot him quite a bit. What's happening right now, exactly? Ooh, that hurt. I've gotten a decent amount of damage in on him, but he's going to resummon the Luminous soon, and that's just going to be annoying. Hey, buddy. Blocked that way too early. I got too scared. Type attack. Yeah, pretty much. Colorbow mogged me there. I'm not even going to lie. That was fucking horrendous. Hey guys, look, it's... Yeah, pretty much. I became an Ash baby there, for real. No, I want to jump high enough to hit him in the fucking head. Every time I fight him. When he enters his second and third phases... Colorbows will gain, like, the imbuement of the current spiral element. So he becomes red in anger, the sort of, like, light blue, I guess, or, like, gray in sorrow, and then purple in fear. He teleported to the top of the stairs. Is he leaving? Can you come down here, please? Dude, where did he go? What is going on? Colorbo. Are we gonna... He's outside the door. He's outside the door. Dude, he's fucking camping me. Are we fighting or not? Hello? Get back out here, you little bitch. Yeah, nice try, motherfucker. Oh, he's just camping me to resummon the Limitus. Dude, he's jumping me! Oh my god, I fell for it. Oh my god, I fell for it. He was gonna jump me. He led me into the back alley for his goons to fucking jump me. It's Clover, indeed. Can you teleport again? Dude, what is this motherfucker's problem? Kullervo? I really don't want to fight you and your goons in there. Can I just hit him through the wall? Kind of? Well, maybe this will free him. Maybe this is gonna block his lasers? Oh, no, no, it's not doing that. Okay, we're just gonna run really far away. Is he gonna teleport to me, I wonder? That would be nice. That would free him from his current torment. Hey, buddy. That's just not where I am. That's just not where I am. That's... What are you doing? Genuinely, what are you doing? Okay, I hope I can kill him in this health bar, because if he gets his Limitus back, I'm gonna be pissed. Lucky I stopped him, even though that attack wouldn't do anything other than slow me down, to be honest. Oh, no! Damn it. Look at the 40 Canadian. Cool kid, I hate Proto-Frames. I hate them so much. I wanted to do Railjack content so bad, and then I learned it would be Proto-Frame content. It's really my interest in the game. It's like it's turning from Dragon Ball into Z. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but like, out of curiosity, what specifically about the Proto-Frames? And I mean, it is still new Railjack content. It's just, you know, the Proto-Frames are involved. But I guess, I feel like I would like a little more insight into, like, what is it specifically about the Proto-Frame? I think it's clear the Protos keep getting made because they are generally very popular. But I get where you're coming from. I don't hate the Proto-Frames as characters. But I will admit they are losing their novelty. We've gotten quite a few of them now, and I feel like it's kind of like the intrigue of it is becoming a little dampened to me. What? Kullervo, what are you attacking? I'm over here. I want to parry you. Dude, that sword throw was absolutely fucking heinous. That sword throw was absolutely fucking heinous. Please don't spawn the Limitus again. Oh, this is gonna be close. I'm convinced he's gonna do it. I had no business parrying that, dude. No, you fuck! You fuck! I hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate you. Dude, I'm going in. I'm just fucking killing this guy. Fuck it. Bonked him right on the head.
Kneeling? What did this drifter do to deserve your respect? Do you think you've
In a turtleneck? I don't really agree with that, because there's still a lot of, like, first of all, generic hero. This isn't a PvP game, but also they are still, like, there's still intrigue to them that is very distinctly Warframe. I will say, though, when it comes to the Proto-Frames, my personal problem with them, I think, is very different than a lot of others. I don't like playing as them. Because when I play Warframe, I like my ability to kind of imprint myself onto my character, right? But if I'm playing as a Proto-Frame, I'm playing someone else, and I don't really like that very much. That's a very me thing, but... I'm gonna do the side portals real quick, just to knock them out and get the resources. Did we beat Kullervo? Yes. I will say, though, Shrew. The cool robot. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the Proto-Frames, their characters have a lot of interesting opportunity for exploration, right? In terms of, like, the horror of becoming a Warframe, and the fact that we can, like, talk to them about that experience. And a lot of their personal stories are interesting.
Gather the floating spheres.
But
and
I
take
also
them
do
to
feel
the
like the game is
ruptures.
kind of like focusing on them a lot, I guess. I kind of do wish we would see more characters beyond the proto-frame loop. Because not that many characters have been added. Okay, let me think about this. Since 1999 release, Kakarot Encore obviously was a proto-frame update. I don't think we had any new characters. Oh, well, I guess Nessie Rusalka was explored more, but she wasn't new. In Noko's update, we had Nightcap, who wasn't a proto-frame. Obviously, the old piece, we had the Devil's Triad. All these updates, lore was basically non-existent. Like, yeah, I guess we have Zorba, but dude, who fucking cares? And then this next update is going to have proto-frames again. So yeah, more updates than not have included new proto-frames. Arthur Umbra. So here's a weird thing. That was kind of the case at one point. On release, their heads weren't helmets, but their bodies could have different helmets put onto them, and they took that away, which I do not agree with. I think that the rationale was that, like, it would take too much work to maintain all the different clipping concerns and stuff like that, so it was easier to just remove it. But it was such a cool feature for such an expensive skin. And some people also did, you know, buy them under the impression that that would be possible after seeing it, you know, like in social media posts and stuff. But I don't know. I don't like that decision. I would have taken the clipping if it meant we would have kept that. That's a nonsense answer. No, I agree with you there. Clipping is one of those things that just happens all the fucking time in this game. I think it was like a combination of too much work to maintain and like violating their lore, but I really could not care. Any caper signal. What was cut content? It wasn't cut content, but they did remove being able to use proto-frame bodies with any alt helm. It was a sinister fucking spot for that orb to go, dude. Holy shit, it was supposed to go under the map. I will say though that like when it comes to like the proto frames, I think that the reason we keep getting them is just because they keep doing well, and I don't dislike them as characters at all. I think that all of the proto frames are very interesting characters. I like some more than others for sure, but I do think they're all quite interesting. But I get why people like dislike them, especially from like the fiction level of it almost, and the like reliance from the story on the proto frame. Just come out of it. So I personally like the proto frames as like from a character perspective, but I get why people are like fatigued with them, or why people just don't like them in general. I understand like putting a face to a Warframe can really mess with like the appeal for a lot of people. After Ember Arrow, no, probably. Well, I want to say this. It's not whether or not they fit the lore. Like, they do fit the lore. It's whether or not people like the change in approach, I guess. Putting a face to a Warframe is a very different angle to view from the stew and negativity. I mean, that's ultimately your choice. If you think if it's affecting you that much. We've been in this mission for like an hour. That's fucked up. I did a mixed bag. I mean, at the same time, though, I feel like the entire Man in the Wall, like, arc has been about that, though, right? Like, that was a big part with Whispers. Whispers has no proto-frames. Well, okay, that's not true. Arthur and Aoi appear in it briefly, but they're not the focus. But I feel like, the narrative is just kind of moving in that direction in general, right? About, like, defeating the indifference. And, like, Duviri was like that, too. Much more on, like, a subtle level, I guess. I don't know if you would call it, like, the meta-narrative of Duviri. Maybe I'm not using that term correctly. But I understand that, like, a lot of the plot has moved away from the more overarching sci-fi elements to being more about individuals. And, like, the way that they handle things. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm fucking stupid. This is on top of here, isn't it? Is that a chest? Indeed it was. Cool. I just wanted to open the box, and now I have to face the horrors. Who the fuck? There we go. I don't know. For me, I don't hate where the narrative is gone, but I understand people's frustrations with it, for sure. It's definitely been very different. Really, though, I'm going to be honest. I think the post-New War story in general for Warframe has been going in a lot of directions. I kind of miss the OG story of Warframe. I still feel like everything through the Sacrifice in terms of cinematic quests is where this game's story was its best. To pull it off. It's a weird thing. There was actually an item that they tried to make at one point. It was called the Echoes of Umbra. Echoes of Umbra was going to be a reward from Lua Disruption. And when you put it on a Warframe, it was going to give them Umbra's passive for a limited period of time. I think it was like a few hours or something. They cut it, and I'm guessing that it was just finicky to implement or not valuable enough. But I think that was honestly an interesting idea. To be able to, like, grant the Umbral Sentience passive to any Warframe. I'm guessing it just, like, they ran into too many problems with it. That'd be my guess. Fish. Are we gonna get a Sion? Like the final shape for Destiny? I mean, maybe. But, I don't know. Warframe's always had a lot of open ends. Like, people didn't mass leave after the New War, despite that being the end of a major story arc. Can we not? Why are there more demon children down here? What fish did I even get? I got an Enoch. Okay. What's targeting? Dude, I don't even fucking care. We have Spectres. Well, you have to consider Spectres don't use your mods. And also, Spectres don't cast certain abilities. Umbra himself has so many problems with his passive, too. Like, issues with it dispelling things, getting rid of his buffs. Like, Umbra's passive has just been notoriously finicky. I imagine that it'd just be a huge pain in the ass to figure out for every individual Warframe.
Crucibles. Bizarre contraptions left behind from the time of Scholar's Landing. Master their alchemy to understand the elemental forces you wield.
Thank you, Teshin. Very cool. Give me the juice. Thank you. You know, well, as an overarching antagonist, I think there's a lot to go, but, like, people could say the same about Ballast before his death, right? And I also feel like Warframe has so many stories it could explore. Like, for example, the Worm Queen is still out there. There's still potential to explore things with her. Parvos is still out there. Obviously, Hunhow is having some acknowledgement in this update. Pazul is still out there. Warframe has a ton of villains, or characters that, like, currently exist that could still be explored, right? It's not like how Destiny, I feel like, really put all of its eggs in one basket with the Witness by the end, and a lot of major villains died on the, like, to build the bridge to that content. So after it was over, a lot of the intrigue went away. I think Warframe has a lot of enemies that are still able to, like, serve as villains, even if the indifference disappears. Because that's what happened with Ballad. I love playing Mesa. I love flailing around. Mesa really is an accessibility Warframe, isn't she? I don't know why I picked up the cold one there. In its final state. I haven't played it in long enough to say. I enjoyed my time with the game back in the day, but I quit after the final shape because I was so rubbed wrong by the way that they treated their developers after that DLC release. Bungie really is a great company marred by insane degrees of mismanagement. It's pretty fucked up.
Find another crucible. This crucible creates the corrosive elemental force
In the Origin system. I really wish that we would just get more Origin system content in general, dude. Don't get me wrong, Tau is exciting, but I still feel like the Origin system's just not done. Like, several planets don't have unique tile sets. Neptune has no unique tile set, Pluto has no unique tile set, Sedna has no unique tile set. There are several locations here that I still think deserve to be fleshed out, right? Neptune and Pluto especially. I rant about this all the time on stream. I doubt you guys want to hear it again. But Neptune and Pluto really deserve their own updates for, like, unique tile sets. It is so lame that 2 of the last planets in the game that you get to, well, 1 planet and 1 dwarf planet, just have nothing unique about them in terms of tile set. It's so cringe. I hate it so much. It's an entry point. You know, I feel like when it comes to Duviri, I feel like the main thing that suffered from it being an intro was the quest, and I think the quest is forever marred because of it. The quest we saw at TennoCon was so much more interesting to me than the quest we got, and I just don't really think that they can ever go back from that, unfortunately. Or really, there's no reason to.
Replicate these elemental combinations as you modify your weapons and warframes.
Pluto / Neptune, Opio. They're pretty much everywhere. Honestly, the canonicity of you being able to play as them, I think, is highly questionable, which is weird with them being such a major cosmetic. But, like, you can have conversations with, like, I think it's, like, Quincy or Owie or something, about, like, having them maybe one day they'll be able to see certain things in the Origin system. But, like, why can't I do that if the being able to play as the Geminis is canon? There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do that, then. I don't know, it's weird. Dude, I love this time of day for Duviri. I think Fear is so cool. Banger location, for real. Duviri in general is one of those things that I'm really sad it got abandoned. Just in general. Can't leave Volvania. As far as I'm aware, yes. We can steal Pavung. Yeah, I really like this time of day. The horse aura walk. I hear the music that implies the cops are about to jump me. Dude, these graves are all so interesting to me. I really love them. So many of these, like, epitaphs are so interesting. Is cool, too. I think that Fear and Joy are my 2 favorites, for sure. Loved the rainbow eels. Damn. Hello, fella. He does not lie here. That's so for, fed to the cyst. Like, what the fuck is on these? They're so weird, and I love that about them. The best of us. Damn. Distant genders. Damn. I feel like all of the lore of these is really interesting because it's like, what the fuck does that mean? And then, yeah, this solitary grave over here with this thing about being the first person who ever died. It's like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, there's a few more up here, I forgot. Oh, life is too little to be lost. May what lies here never rises. That's actually really fucking foreboding. Because of the, Academe Lost Island. I wonder, is, what's his name, Garvey or whatever here?
No, I'm not.
Whatever the fuck the name of the, or Garmy? Mathilla's husband. I don't think he has a grave here.
No, I can't quite believe it. What kind? 18 million bottles of Kuva on the wall.
Okay, she just interrupted herself to let me know about that. I don't think Garmy is here. That's honestly kind of weird. Maybe I just missed his grave. Did I just started getting attacked by a Luminous? Or was that the resources? What the fuck? I think they finally fixed Syphil being in here during her spiral. Yeah, she's finally gone. Another family Matilda doesn't know about. I also just want to say, when it comes to the world of Duviri, these tablets were one of the greatest things they've ever added. Weird take, maybe? I love them. They're so unsettling to read. Especially when you find out, like, what the actual answer is to some of them. It's like, what the fuck? It's cool. I like it a lot. Duviri is full of so many interesting details that I feel like often get overlooked. I love Duviri. I wish there was more reason to be here, truly. And that it wasn't so fucking buggy. Because, oh my god, it's so bad.
I say, you! Fancy yourself a writer?
With the iPads. The iPads are purely lore things. They'll basically ask you a quiz question, like in the new war.
What do you say?
And they add a lot of interesting context to things. iPad Kid Drifter, maybe.
Best of luck. You'll need it.
Nitro, move your ass. I remember, I've told this story before, but maybe these people here haven't heard it. So, my boyfriend is a brony. So my Kaith was jokingly named Boy Toy Twink Horsewife because it's like inspired by him. Yeah, so my stream viewers understood that joke. And then I accidentally left the name as that in a weird and obscure stuff, and the comments really did not like that. Which, to be fair, devoid of the surrounding context, it's pretty fucking weird. And, even in context, it's pretty fucking weird, I'm not gonna lie. But I remember I explained in the comments, like, oh yeah, you know, my boyfriend's a brony. And some people were like, oh, that's sweet. And other people were like, oh wow, he's a fucking degenerate. It's like, okay, dude. Okay, pump the brakes here, maybe. Pump the brakes here, maybe. My apologies, gang. I didn't know that you couldn't be a fan of a particular TV show. I don't even think Nitro actually watches the show almost at all. I think he's just part of the brony community because of the community part itself. As far as he's explained to me, at least, he just, like, a lot of people, he met a lot of people in the fandom, and he has, like, a strong connection to it for that reason.
That was impressive.
Did you add a cutie mark? How am I supposed to accomplish that? Tell me, how do we do that? How do we do that? Refer to it. I think the problem is that a lot of communities will succumb to that, in a way. And also, like, the brony community was really, really big. When you hear about, like, a lot of the more degenerate, messed up people in the, like, that community, you have to understand that, like, it's really large. I feel like it's kind of similar with, like, VTubers and furries and a lot of other groups. Like, yeah, their fandoms have behavior that can lead to those things, right? But at the same time, it's like, if you have a community that large, there's gonna be shitty people in it. That's kind of the unfortunate reality, I think. Who fucking will? Yum. What if I got every decree, but I didn't actually use them until the very end? That'd be a terrible stream idea, I think. Getting every decree, but I can't actually, like, activate them until we've unlocked them all. There's, like, what, 160 of them or something? The cops are not here, Barris. You're fine. You're safe.
Oh, stupid Tams are out again.
Hello, gay kid.
They
Welcome.
won't call and call, heard the Tams. I'm the one who gets in trouble when they get lost. Barris, why aren't you watching the Tams? Oh,
Okay, am I tweaking or did he talk to me twice?
Brian could get those Tams back into their pen.
Dude, what are these TAM locations? I am sorry, I didn't know that the TAMs had crossed state lines. What the fuck? This motherfucker's in Milwaukee. I have to go get this bitch and bring him back in a fucking Uber. Hey, dude, come on. Come on. The game audio, perhaps. Come on. Get. Bonk. Get going, Bonk, get going. Dude, I love the TAM bonk. It's so funny. Hi there. Did they ever fix the TAMs? Ah, dude, they didn't. That's so lame. So for those who don't know, there was a super interesting subtle detail about the TAMs if you use the guiding hand. The ones with horns were a dark blue, and the ones without were a light blue, which I thought was really cool, but their glow just doesn't work anymore, I don't think. On horseback? Oh, no, normally I do, but you can't fucking pummel them that way. Oh, wait, shit, dude, he's up here? This guy's in a precarious situation. Call the fire department. Why am I doing this? I need the bucket truck. Hello? What the fuck is this guy doing? No! No! I didn't even tell him he had so much to live for, dude. He just fucking went for it. Come on, buddy, back to your pen. You're not getting off that easy. You're not getting off that easy. Get the fuck back there. Get the fuck back there. Dude, he's going back up the mountainside. Bitch is visiting High Hrothgar. Get the fuck over there. Get the fuck over there. I'm so glad you can still ragdoll them. It's pretty specific. They have to be knocked down and you have to hit them again. Oh, dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so good. What is this guy doing? Thank you. Thank you. It's so funny.
Thanks.
Also, this works with Sampates as well. You have to do the slide heavy, though, or it doesn't work. Are those bloodstains? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dude, the Netherbarrow region of Duviri is so pretty. I love this snowy area. It's so cool. And you have, like, the military outposts and stuff here. Fun fact, the trees actually change color with the spiral. Like these ones, their leaves change color based on the spiral. A lot of the grass does as well. Sorry, I'm being shot at by the police. Let me get out of here. Let me get the fuck out of here real quick. Before the incident. That's fair, that's fair. Capture targets? Maybe. Dude, can we find a Kexod, actually? That'd go hard. Yeah, there's just a little town under here.
Hide your face in a lonesome place many miles away from here.
Fun fact, the nursery rhyme these kids recite is spiral dependent as well. The kids have a different nursery rhyme for each emotion. That was such an insane amount of random trivia about this game. I have almost 11,000 hours in this game on Steam, and I've been playing it since I was 12. Hopefully that answers your question. Epic rap battles of history. Hey guys, are we gonna fight? I thought they said they fixed this. Fail point bonus? Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate it. Do you have any trivia for those who do know? Do know what? I think I'm missing something. Those who grow. Crows who mow. There's another dude, what the fuck? I did not realize I was pulling up into the fucking police station down here. Give me that, give me that, give me that. Ooh. I've evaded the cops through a conveniently placed hole in the ground once more. Wait, what the fuck is this doing? What a dumbass location for this. Dude, imagine this guy, every day he gets home from work and he's got to take the bell up. Are we fucking for real? Oh, shit. Hard landing. Fucking washed. Wheelchair elevator. I want to find a Kexot. They like to spawn in this part of the map. If they're, they don't spawn naturally like the Tams and the stuff do. Oh, I found one.
Won't you help them out, Lord, please?
I love how they always spawn looking at you. That's a great feature. Also, fun fact, the animation for this has been broken since launch. When Duviri released, there were these tendrils that would come from the Lotus arm and, like, manipulate the thing that you were, freeing. Now it doesn't work.
There you go. Yeah. Ooh, that's the good stuff.
Outlaw, look! I believe our new friend wishes to...
Alright, can you go away?
Good deed?
Dude, holy shit. I'm like the opposite of a Catholic priest. The children won't get off of me. Fuck, dude, I shouldn't have said that. Please ignore that. Please act like I didn't say that. Thank you. Thank you. I know I can trust you all. Please pretend I didn't say that. Oh my god. That was awful. Forgot I was live for a second there. I used personality A with group B on that one, dude. I used personality A with group B. I should not have said that. In the next montage. I don't think Ledge Hater wants to make another one. I'm Catholic and I agree. Damn, dude. Damn. Look, I'm not Catholic, but if Pope Leo told me, I'd firebomb a data center. Mikey. Fucking hell. This will never escape containment. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Never mind anyone who watches the VOD. No one will know. If you're watching the VOD right now, if you're in the future, promise me in the comments you're not going to say anything. Promise me. Bonk. Bonk. I forgot already. ICBM the data center. I think there's another data pad down here. Dude, what the... What is this guy doing? What the fuck? He was doing the Teshin pose. Cut that segment after. If I did, then it would break the chat. Also, I'm not a coward. I have only used the feature to cut out something in a live stream once, and it says Nitro said the F slur. Which, to be fair, he has the pass. I just didn't want it in the thing in case it got the stream taken down. A backup dancer? I don't know if he was dancing. Sneaking a peek. Okay, there's another tablet down here. F slur, bud. I wonder if anyone here was actually there for that stream and remembers why he said it. Low-key, I wish there was a reward for getting the correct answer on all of those. There's a different iPad. A female couldn't be. Certain for the other dancers to arrive? Shit, that's true, actually. Use their privilege. Look, okay, I am going to be honest with you all. Cancel me if you want. Me and my queer friends call each other the F-slur all the fucking time. We all think it's hilarious. But I am not saying that word on stream. It makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and I get it, so I'm not using it here. No amount of you have the pass is going to change my mind on that. I think it's important to keep my audience in mind. I've seen a lot of people, like, they're like, oh, cool, could you... You know, it's fine, you can say it. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not going to. It reminds me of, like, has anyone here seen the video by Sephical and why he doesn't use the N-word? It was a very similar thing from him. A part of it for him, though, as well, was, like, his content is made to be quotable, and if he uses that word, it makes the content naturally less quotable. That was a big part of it. On one of the Discords we were in. I'm pretty sure it still is in Hunter's server, actually. Yeah. It's so much easier. That's honestly kind of a wild situation to be in. Dude, fuck it. These cops don't have horses. I'm leaving. Tough shit, loser. Goodbye. I am perplexed. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I call things gay to mean that they're, like, bad or weird just because I think it's, like, that's such a funny descriptor, genuinely. Like, oh, wow, that's gay. Like, that's just funny. I'm sorry. You can't convince me otherwise. Calling something gay is just funny. The less it makes sense, the funnier it is. You can do? That's true. Being gay isn't the gayest thing you can do. That is correct. For obvious reasons, yeah. Oops, I was looking at my other monitor. Probably shouldn't do that during a puzzle. There's levels to this gay shit. Look, okay, like, take your gayness meter, right? Say gay is like a 0 to 100 spectrum, right? And, like, 0 gay is, like, being straight. But then, like, I'm gonna be honest. Having sex with, like, the same gender isn't even 100% gay. There are gayer things than that. The kitty bean socks are one of those things. Wearing those is gayer than gay sex. I'm sorry, it just is. That's just gayer. You know, like, the homosexual hand thing, that's probably 100% gay, honestly. If you do the hand thing and have a girlfriend, you're gayer than I am. Just full stop. If you have a girlfriend, then you do the hand thing, you're gayer than me. At the skate park? Homophobia is gayer than being gay? I mean, homophobia is kind of gay. Like, you're mad at someone else for getting dick? That's called jealousy. I don't know what else to say about it, dude. I don't know what else to say about it. Fork and knife is gay? I don't know if that's gay. Kitty sock paw jobs? Oh, I'm not jealous. I'm just saying it's gay. The hand... Okay, let me just Google gay hand thing. I'm almost positive I can find this immediately. You guys don't know about the gay hand thing? That's fucking crazy. Dude, this is like a construction worker doing it. That's insane. SpongeBob! Okay, I have to show this. Okay, so we have... This is probably not something I can technically show on stream. I doubt I have the ability to without it being copyright. But it's fine. This hand gesture. This is the gay hand gesture. Why gay gestures are discrimination? Shut the fuck up, BBC. I'm making a point here. Okay. So, like, here's your gay hand gesture, right? And then, if you want to see it, like, in context, there's this picture, right? There's this picture. This is it in context. And then if you want proof of queer allyship in media, right? In media, there's this example. So here's SpongeBob hitting it. Here's SpongeBob being a gay icon. So that's cool. Motherfuckers in my chat didn't know about the gay hand thing. That's crazy. That's crazy. Your personal gay meter at? Shit, dude. Because, like, I've mentioned before, I'm bi, so it's like, I don't know, probably somewhere in the middle. Dude, did the chudling just run by? I just looked at my other monitor and saw that. He's showing up. He's weighing in. He's straight, which is incorrect. You know, that's fair. SpongeBob is definitely gay. Sorry, everyone. We're corrupting the children's media. Can I find any yaoi shrubs? There we go. For Pride Month, we're collecting some yaoi shrubs. Another Enigma puzzle. I'm guessing that's in a cave, though. Where's the entrance to this again? Iberi caves are a little weird. Here we go. Oh, it's on the underhang. Right. Where the little town is. Are the cops still here? Ooh, that'd be really shit. Where's the Yuri shrub? The fucking SpongeBob. You'll learn when you're older. Okay, well, I see two of the doodads. Oh, hold on. I think it's over here. Why did I try to aim glide? Thank you for the 100 Argentinian peso. Why are we talking about gay stuff so much? It's Pride Month. Hello? As medicine shrub? You know, that's fair. Wait, shit. What were the icons? I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Ooh, I almost fell. There we go. Like some Cardi B, it's Pride Month. I will get my shit taken down. Oh, wait, fuck. I forgot to pop the thing out. Oh, I have brain damage. I need that. Thank you. One time I was doing one of the multiplayer puzzles with Nitro, and he grabbed one of these things, and then he just threw it off the map, and it never respawned. I don't know what caused that, but it was pretty funny. We couldn't do the puzzle, though. It completely fucking broke. Oh, I just skipped it. Shit. Epic. Is Arc Arbor present during Fear? No, okay. I didn't think it was. 25 unclaimed decrees. It's called gaming. The Destiny stream. So I actually did stream Destiny once. That did not go over well. That did not go over well. There were people that were still like fun to hang out, but a lot of people still have this really dumb idea in their head that Warframe and Destiny are like these heated rivals and that they should hate people who play the game. Dude, what is he doing? He's just... How can he do that? What is wrong with this piece of content, dude? Are there leaves on this table? Oh, it's the mask being constructed. I was like, what the hell? Dude, what is he, he's like fucking Charles Xavier. Motherfucker's about to upload gay porn directly into my brain. Fucking crazy work. Somehow the operator has brought the cuck chair with him. He can sit in it wherever he goes. That's insane. Welcome to Cool Kid, Arthood the Plague Artist. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you here. So bugged always. I think this is just one of those pieces of content that just slowly withers, and the developers just never notice. This is like the most obvious 2D card I've ever seen. What the fuck? You know, detail I want to point out real quick. You find a cave. Zoning back in. I love the way the Sylph Seal look, by the way. They're little seeds when they are, like, spitting it into the air. It's cool. Nope, nope. Fuck you. You're French. Oh, fuck, chair power. Thank you, cool Marilena Tailjaw. Would Nyx do that? Maybe. I feel like that, like, canonically, I think that's what Eleanor does. If Eleanor is pissed with someone, she just fills their head with gay porn. If they're of age, of course. Important clarification. That reminds me of the TennoCon thing with, like, the your balls are itching line. That shit was honestly peak. Level of bugs. Yeah, I love Duviri. It's full of so many cool details. It's such a genuinely, like, gorgeous location with so many interesting things to find. I'll set secrets about Duviri, perhaps. Little armory. Woke Mind Blast. Or Volt and Nisha. I mean, I feel like who they pick for the Pride Month things is just kind of random. I don't know. I don't know if there's that much rhyme or reason. Cosplay done soon? Splendid. So what is kind of... Did people here not watch the voice actor panel or the lore panel? They had Eleanor's voice actor there. And they talked about when they were working on her character, they were trying to think of, like, how would a psychic manipulate a situation where she was otherwise powerless without making it, like, without clearly manipulating the person involved. And the entire thing the Eleanor voice actor read off was Eleanor talking in the head of a Scaldra trooper, convincing that their balls were itching so that they would, like, lose focus. Which is conceptually fucking hilarious. I don't know what that guy was bitching about. I'm birding. Shut up. I'm birding. Bird up, gamers. Bird up. This will be our certified lurker moment. We've been live for almost 3 hours without one. If you've been hanging out in the chat, you know, if you haven't been saying much, can I get a bird up? If I could get a bird up in the chat, just let me know that you're here and that you're alive. You know, I'd appreciate it. Always have to appreciate the lurkers from time to time. Make sure to bird up. Where the fuck are these tomes? Hello? My scrying eye fails me. Bird down? Damn. I'm flying this Peregrine right into the castle. Do with that. The tongue was certainly an interesting choice. I'll say that much. I missed an inside joke. I don't think bird up is my inside joke. Who's down here? Oh, there's just a pack of ruffians guarding a box. Hi there. Oh! Yeah, so that dash attack from the Malleus insta-kills you at this level if you have no decrees. Fun fact. Do I even want to take this engagement? I really don't think I do, actually. Enemies at this level are going to be really hard to kill. Please don't roll. Okay, you didn't. Nice. I like the Gladius, so I'm fine with fighting him. But... oh, he's imbued. Woo! Please don't roll. Okay, he wasn't fast enough. Dude, you see what I mean with the that shit will insta-kill you? He just fucking sent me. Brotherfucker got a home run. I hit the scoreboard with that hammer slam, dude. Holy shit. You know what? Fuck you. That was insane. I got fucking destroyed. Oh, my chat was totally frozen. Hold on. I think it's back now. $30 decrees and not one bitch. Well, that's not true. There is Nitro. He's just not here right now. Revenge for the Rams? Yeah, he wanted to see how I felt getting bonked. Bird up. This is my kill streak. I got 3 kills in a row without dying, so I got my UAV bird. Dog, where is the music? This is just relaxing, do very ambiance. Hold on, actually that would be kind of funny. Wait, fire idea. Kill do very ambiance. Oh my god, that was loud. Oh, that hurt. I'm sorry, the whistle, ow, holy fuck, that hurt. Horse noises to fall asleep to.
Let's go.
I've got an audience. I don't see anyone lining up to play Comey with you. Every day.
Okay, yeah, I can't fucking do this. I can't fucking do this. Dude, that shit blew my eardrums out. You player like Fortnite. I've never been a Fortnite player. I just don't really like PvP games that much in general. There are some exceptions. Like, I've been playing quite a bit of Hunt Showdown lately. Really is A lot of the time. Let's fish again, why not? Rest of the week to pass. Yeah, it's kind of wild that Jade Shadow's Constellation is in a week. I hope we hear more out of the next Helldivers update too, to be honest. We know we're getting one this month, and I'm curious as to what it's going to contain. So, I don't know, it's been a very busy week for video games. Destiny's last update came out, Battlefield's update came out, Hunt Showdown's update came out. A lot of stuff coming out with the start of the summer. Which obviously, like, I'm more than fine with that. No complaint from CoolKid369 on that front. Coming out on the 24th. Right, I did hear about that. I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct, but... fishing. I love some of the little weird NPCs you can find, like this guy. Yeah, the bard dude. It's so cool that he doesn't even have a name. Why are you cowering? How are you still playing? He must have also seen Medusa. Look! My fault, gang. Bro just snapped up and just told me to shut up. Dude, this guy's tune actually hits. I love how they animated him playing it, too. Like, I doubt it's accurate, but still. Decree retention? Dude, I feel like almost all of the Shazen songs just fucking suck. I get that they can't be too complex because they're supposed to be fairly accessible, especially for controller players. But man, these songs are ass. Maybe I'm just that abysmal dog shit. Or unfettered ass.
For you, Fergan.
Dude, why did he just stop him in dialogue? What the fuck? What is wrong with this guy? This shit hits. This one's for you, for a dramatic sigh. Yeah, he dissociated. Honestly, that's relatable. That's relatable. He's not even deliberately playing the Shaza. This is pure instinct. Dude, he's got that shit on, though. Look at that hat. I'd fuck with that as, like, a cosmetic. There's also, like, the dude in the cave who's pretty cool. I wonder, does anyone know where the Wandering Vagabond is during this time? This spiral, hold on. Warframe, Wandering Vagabond. Does anyone even know what I'm talking about? I think he's on the main theory page. Vagabond. During fear, he's near Titan's Rest behind Sithel's house. Oh, did I skip him already? Wandering Vagrant, Risk of Rain 2? Yes. Did I miss him? Because he does despawn when you see him. Did we miss him? Oh no, he's here. His skin has textures this time. Dude, this is another one of the things about Duviri that I love. He's so weird. Proving her delusion's correct. Yeah, Sithel isn't, like, actually hearing voices in her head. It's just this guy talking outside the wall. Doesn't he normally disappear? Who the fuck is that? This is the Wandering Vagabond. He appears in a set spot in each spiral and just laughs when you see him. He's very strange. There's so much interesting mystery to Duviri. When you look away... Hold on, let's look away for a little bit. Play hide and seek. Yeah, there he goes. Thank you, Wally. Good point. The Dante incident? Dude, fucking which one? This is the overguard thing, isn't it? Though, why would you need overguard? Deal. Stares at you with my big autistic eyes. Yeah, the Wandering Vagabond is a really bizarre piece of Duviri. The weirdest part, too... The Vagabond wasn't part of Duviri at release. They were added, I think, in 7 Crimes of Pillarva. And, like, they're just there. They just show up, laugh at you when you see them, and leave. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this 2D card? Oh my god, this looks horrible. What the fuck? Oh, that looks so bad. What is going on here, dude? On the lapper? That's the thing. Not really. Ever appeared in Weird and Obscure? I don't even remember, honestly. There's been like 1,000 entries in the series by now. I don't know what's in there anymore.
Should I break something?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh, sorry, the cops. The cops are getting involved again. Hold up, I gotta lock in. Who needs GDA 6 when I can beat up the cops in this game? I wanted to do some cool shit. Whoop. That was not that was not a qualifying thing. The electric version is super cool. Like, yeah, he spawns these, like, spikes inside of you that explode after a second with his, like, wait. Isn't the Vagabond Wally? I mean, you could interpret it that way, for sure. It's not really clear. Oops. I love how these guys can parry you when they're not blocking. Great feature. Great mechanic. And it's like, I like doing no decree runs, but man, it does become like quite a chore to kill enemies at this point. Please die, please die. I'm over here just hitting the heavy attack button. I'm still so disappointed that they didn't bring like stance combos to Duviri. The fact that you just have like a light attack string, a heavy attack, and a power attack is really lame. There's some variation, right? You can do air attacks, you can do slide attacks. Certain weapons have their like normal heavy attacks like that, so you can like knock down with Argo and Vel. Okay, am I geeking? Did anyone else just hear the channeling sound effect? Hello? I don't even know where the Gladius went. Do night chat, thank you, Zeppo. In missions recently, it's all in Layhead. All in Layhead. Oh, he's up here. Where the fuck did you come from? Oh god, I was looking at my chat and he beat my ass. Hold on, I gotta lock in for a second. No. The fact that you can still block in air is so weird. Please die. Please die. Fuck you. Crush his balls, gang. Crush his balls. It's gonna work eventually. There we go. Had to really chop him off there with the shield. Anyway. And the ball's really hard. Yeah, it's kind of the same with the hammer. Sampates. Just crushes balls. Dude, the Madolith statues are such a weird feature of Duviri. Because, like, they heal you when you're near them, and they serve as fast travel points, but I have legit never used one of these to heal, from my memory. They're just not really useful for that. In the cave near there? I might. I know that there's a cave near here, just in general, but can't remember where the entrance to it is. I'm bad about these things. Okay, here we go. Like in the trailer. I see what you mean. Duviri is just a kind of a weird experience in general. Some of the features do feel kind of out of place. $34 decrees? Another chest. That's just my lucky... It's just my lucky day. Oh yeah, this is the weird-ass bell. Beam up. Get back up there. Can we not do this? Dude, I'm not past beating up children if that's what it takes. If that's what I gotta do to get my bread, to get my payout. Smash a hammer right over that one's head right now. Dude, YouTube's gonna hear this with their, like, automated AI, like, moderation and be like, what the fuck? Scalpers? True. Why is the zone for this not spawning? I think this might be bugged. Yeah, I do think it said that melee stances aren't really used here. There was so much potential for stance combos to work in such a melee-focused experience, and they kind of just left it at the door, and I think that's really lame. Inside with the bell? Yeah, dude, dead ass. How do you even do that? Dude, we got the Kaiths. I think that there's a really blue Kaith at one of these, actually. He's startlingly blue. It scared me the first time I saw him. What is this dumbass eating? The fuck? Where's the blue one? I want to find the blue one. Watch it be, like, random. Y'all hear the ominous opera too, right? That's not just me. I think we're all on the same page about that. I also just want to say, like, when you're in the caves and stuff, you can occasionally hear faint Duviri sounds, which I really like. It's a very ominous detail. On weapons, yeah. Especially, like, I don't like the drifters slide and roll just don't feel quite right.
Benevolent creator would I look into the void. The void looks into me, looking into the void. Eternity.
What is going on with the characters' dialogue,
Can't say
dude?
I like it.
They keep cutting themselves off. Dude, where is the bluey Keith? I want to find him. Don't tell me they took him from me. Oh, shit. I'm good.
There goes that.
I heard you the first time, homeboy. I don't think he's here, dude. I think that Bluey might have gotten executed. Bluey's ass did not make it. That's fucked up. That's dark. For the blue factor. Viral emotion dependent? I don't know why it would be. Alright, where are we going? What? What's the problem? Where are we going? Dude, fuck. No one wants to talk to me. Are you gonna pick up your degrees? Funny Australian dog. Don't you guys hate it when you're walking and you see like a bird and you get close to it and the bird flies away? That shit sucks. It makes me feel like an incel. I'm sorry, I stole the fuck out of that joke from a Reddit post. It just popped in my head and I wanted to say it. Is that Mathila? Lucinia is sadness, yeah. Hi, Bombastine.
Oh, yes.
What's this thing that he's wearing? Bizarre apparatus. That's at 77 degrees. Not true at all. My AC is set to 65. I keep it cold and I pay the price. Because you are not pure of heart. That's actually true. I feel that. The birds don't trust me and they really shouldn't. Mathilla's the milk. Where the fuck? I think there's some bells here too, actually. Hold on.
If I could just borrow their powers. Loden's fire.
No, are they on the sides? I swear there's a bell here. I see it, I see it! It drops into the middle. That's so weird. I think I could make it up there without a Keith. I feel like I could if I really tried hard enough. Whoop. Oh, shit. I hit the jump button again too fast. Whoop. Dude, oh, the new mantle's making me pull myself over it. Circuit only. I mean, most of the Incarnants we've gotten outside of, like, the originals have been circuit only. I will say that the Incarnate system needs changing. The more we get, the harder it is to get them all, and I really feel like that needs to be addressed. Okay, I don't think I can make it up there like this, because I'm pulling myself over the object. They have to clock in. I see the vision. Wait a minute. God damn it, dude. I saw the other one, I'm like, wait. Fuck my life. Fuck my life, dude. And then, yeah, see, I look and see someone in the chat even said, what if there's a bell on the other side? Well, I guess we fucking know, dude. Got me fucked up. Got me fucked up. Hold on, Mathilla's at her farm, right? Moyai Crossing. Like the emoji. What's up, Mathila? I hope the cops aren't here. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I don't think they've seen me. I I know Mathilla's cowering because the Dax are nearby, but I like to think that she just saw me show up and she's just fucking afraid. She's like, fuck, the restraining order's not working. Just, woman sees Cool Kid and cowers immediately. Scarily accurate depiction. Scarily accurate depiction. The guy who ragdolls Tams. I mean, Barris is her son. He's probably said a thing or two about it to her. She probably does know. Oh, that proc sheet death. That's fucked up. Can you? Oh shit, that's not good. I almost got fucked there. That would have been completely my fault. Can I help you? I have 4 Incarnins. I feel like, honestly, like, an easy solution for me is that they could just make it so that, you get to pick what week you're doing. Any given week, you can pick the week, and then you pick 2 Incarnins within that week. Or just let you get all of them. I don't fucking know. There's so many weeks now that it's just obnoxious. Can we talk now, Mathila? Are we chill?
You certainly...
What was that? Did you guys hear that? He was just like, you certainly. Then he starts fucking gagging. Hello? Dude, everyone here is scared of my ass. Hi, Coral.
A smile is like a yawn.
Okay, great fucking insight, Mathila. What is wrong with this game right now? What is... Dude, what is she doing? Just, a smile is like a yawn, and then she just stops talking.
I know. The Dax are bullies, and the weather is apocalyptic. But at least no one's died.
What is wrong with this place? What is wrong with you? Why is she doing that? Is she doing her fucking exercise? Is this like some new age? What is happening?
All experienced unpleasantness, but that's no reason to dwell upon it. Chin up.
We all know that Mathila is like the stereotypical archetype, but she's even throwing it back now. She's even throwing it back. This is so fucked. Look at this shit, dude. Look at this shit. She's fucking throwing it back. Mathila, what's going on here? Where's the nearest Costco? I need to buy bulk chicken strips. I guess she didn't like that. You know, is your daughter any less broken? What the fuck is that noise? Dude, this shit is not working. Okay, let's visit Loden. We visited everyone else. You get every Incarnin? Yeah, approximately. It would take about 6 months. It's so fucked. And that's of like 3 or 4 hours per week. The cops are here. Hold on. I gotta get violent. I gotta get into my violent urges. I'm like Jeff the Killer. My weakness is a thing of bleach.
My troops should have been here an hour ago!
I love you, Loden. You are the GOAT. Eventual bus spiral. Oh, hell no. Dude, why did you just have this thing on fire? There's just a... Is that like a book? Someone find what? They keep entering their cower animations for no reason. I think that's what's interrupting their dialogue.
What are you afraid of? Empty eyes and distant
One more second of that miserable bloody song, and I'll go to the edge and jump off.
Creaks and thuds and trickling blood and mouths and noses
Are these children inside the house?
Keep out of worm form. Dethrone the little bastard.
Dude, I love Loden's voice actor.
Do I know you?
Can I help you? Yeah, sweep up the leaves. I'm busy. Where are the children? Oh, they're down there. How are they talking so loud?
Why are you even riding a bloody cave if you don't know how to control it?
I wasn't on... Okay, Loden. You want to see me lose control on my K? You want to see me... Don't shit talk me, Loden. I'll hoof stomp your balls. I'll hoof stomp your balls. Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Too prone to rage. As far as I'm aware, Loden was technically next in line to be the king. Where is Castletown? This is the Citadel. Use my brain. Here's Castletown. Where are the children? Look, I'm out here trying to beat them up. It's very different, okay? I don't make Minecraft videos. I'm just prone to violent outbursts. Makes you bricked up. I wouldn't go quite that far. Table. He's still in the cuck chair. What? Dude, what is wrong with this game? Where did it go? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My fault, gang. Oh no, our table. It's broken. Akrithis, what's the lore behind this? Akrithis, lore check.
What does that portend?
Guys, check this out. You want to see some advanced tech? If you're airborne, you could just do that.
What brings you here?
It looks a lot better if you like violently spin around like this, but that only looks really good to other people. This is how I can do it and keep like the camera steady. It is rough on my fingers though. By the king! We've been in this spiral for 2 hours. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Do you have Overguard? A Kaith ability called Steadfast Dismount. What the fuck? When did he get here? Crew beat.
Who's a good boy?
Okay, bye. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck happened there, dude. Wow. That was really worth it for 2 hours of gameplay. Who's in my current joy rotation? 509 would be fun. We've been live for like 3 hours. I don't know. Should we keep going? I don't really feel like I have a lot to do at the moment. I don't really have a ton to do until the next update drops. Don't spend them all at once. I'll do it right now. Just wait you. Spend them all at once. When suffering is on the menu. It's how I'm going to reach Samsara, okay? It's part of the process. Well, honestly, you should thank Lena more than me. I didn't think I could fix it. He kept, like, poking me, like, hey, you should check that again. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll look. And yeah, I found out that the members chat actually could be fixed. It just required me to totally delete all of it and set it back up. Arcane portals? Yeah, the arcane portals give you more pathos. Sexual style? Probably not. I don't really like... The heirlooms are cool, but they're not really my aesthetic. I feel like a lot of my fashions have a very distinct look to them. I very much have, like, a way I like to make fashions that a lot of my frames don't really deviate from very much. So, they just don't really fit my vibe. Back this info up. I mean, I respect that. I'm pretty sure that whether in, like, life existing near a star system like Tau is not very feasible. Just in general, but... You know, we have the rule of cool of the stars, you know, fucking each other off. I don't think that's the word I should have used for it. But with a fedora thing. No, that would go hard. No, I think we should probably just wind this stream down. Until someone gets me talking about some dumb shit, like always. The Sparkle Dog in the jar. Hey, it's not Sparkle Dog in the jar, it's Grendel. Oh right, I forgot. The Prime doesn't have it. It's just regular that has the Sparkle Dog fit. You should be banned from saying words. Probably. What color is Neptune? Or are you some kind of cop? I don't know if you can be trusted with that information. Or Warframe. You know, that's fair. The glyph? Yeah, what about it? What? Dude, what about it? The clan glyph prism was one of the best things they've ever put in this game, dude. It's so funny. Out of context comp. I'm safe. I'm safe. I believe. Alright, everyone. This will be our last lurker moment for the stream. If you've just been hanging out, can I get a hi, Wally? It's good to let Wally know that we appreciate him. And it's also good to, you know, check on you all from time to time. I can get some hi Wallies in the chat. I'm not sure if Wally's still here, but you have to visit Wallace from time to time. You take a seat in the on the casting couch. Hi everyone. Okay, Wally is still here. I fucking hate Wally. Fuck did he do to you? Also, Wally, I hope you like the addition of the Pride heart for Pride Month. For the 7 months of membership, nobody's available. I appreciate you wasting your money. It really goes a lot farther than I think a lot of people realize with the memberships. I've had many people tell me, like, cool kid, you should start a Patreon, but I just don't see the point, because the memberships are already a thing.
Do not drink the kombucha. You are incapable of
They killed my parents on the Zeraman? I don't think he was on the Zeraman. The feeling is mutual, fuck out. Could be content claimed. That still, like, that pissed me off, dude. That pissed me off. When I discovered that the most of the Vanera images were copyrighted, and that the only reason that I think it was, what, Vanera 9 wasn't copyrighted was because it was an automatic picture, so the Russian Supreme Court ruled technically no one took it. That pissed me off, dude. That pissed me off. You have a game glyph? No, I don't. I'm not a Warframe partner. This is my my clan icon. Flexing my Savior of Parita title. God bless. Anyhow. It'd be cool to have a glyph, but I don't think I'm ever making it the partner program. The partner program is invite only. And like, dude, I've been doing Warframe YouTube for like 5.5 years. If I'm not a partner yet, it's not happening. Like, let's be real. Let's be real here. That ship is gone. It never even was going to show up. It's just not happening. Entertains me. My friend Chris drew this. It wasn't to be my clan icon. They drew it as like a joke, and then I made it my clan icon to just like further the joke along. The incentives to the program. Being a partner gives you your own glyph you can share with people, and they also can give you access to like Prime Access packs to give away, or Platinum packs to give away to your community, or early access to new content, that kind of thing. But I really don't think they would ever make me a partner, to be honest. I don't post super often, and I also feel like my videos are not as like brand safe as a lot of the partners that have been added to the program like lately. I will say though, it is kind of bullshit because like Shy was a partner, Retalius was a partner, AGGP was a partner. So it's like these people were partners at one point in time, and I mean, Sabuchi was a partner, right? He didn't get kicked from the program. He left it of his own volition. So it's like, it makes me sad that like, I don't think that I'm gonna make it into the program. But like, people that I think were raunchier than me did. How are you not brand friendly? How long have you been watching my streams for? I am absolutely not brand friendly. Has Sci-Fi been invited? I don't believe so. To join your clan. This clan is just me and like a lot of my personal friends. So it would be funny to add Wisp though. I don't know if they'd want to lose all their other clan stuff for this. Our dojo is really dog shit. Gotta put it into a new spot. Did you buy the shot collar yet? No. I look, don't encourage him. If I put the shot collar on Nitro as a joke and he's actually into it, I'm fucked, okay? This is a box that has to stay closed. Are more unhinged than yours. I mean, I did see that when she was doing like Magic the Gathering pulls or whatever, she wore clown makeup. That shit was fucking hilarious. See the Vista Suite? I don't know if we want to see the Vista Suite. Dude, the lighting's fucking broken again. I hate this room. Also ate the card. Dude, someone get me a line to Rebecca. I need to complain about Duviri and the Vista Suite being broken. Truly, I wish I had a direct line to the developers just so I could tell them, hey, this is bugged. Can it please be fixed? DE, hire me. I don't know anything about game development, but I will learn to fix these bugs just so they stop bothering me. You're laughing mad. You know, that's fair. Uniform? What the fuck? No, I'm not on Instagram. What the hell? Start learning Lua. I mean, yeah, but this game's also got like the I think there's like C# as well. I remember them talking about that on one of the dev shorts. And dude, Evolution is like DE's engine. There's probably a bunch of engine like proprietary stuff that I would have no way of knowing even exists. My phone fell on my face. Grim. This stream has caused you actual physical harm. The sorcerer has harmed me once more. Please, DE, I'll learn game development if I can fix the bugs that piss me off. I don't even know if DE knows I exist. Removed from like DE's act, obviously. What was behind that curtain? I mean, what's the point? The lighting's broken. It's not funny anymore. If you can't see the Saga cuck scene, dude, during Pride Month too. It's bugged during Pride Month. They're censoring me. That's what's fucking happening here. They're fucking censoring me. But when it comes to like DE acknowledging me, the only one who ever did was when Zach asked if he could use my video for prime time. That's literally it. From your most recent Weird Obscure, it's been a day. It's been a day. Check DMs? Uh-oh. Get the Guniform? That's fucking crazy. That is an insane-ass image. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even show this on stream. I can't even show this on stream. It's that bad. Rev really was rocking the Guniform. Really cracked me up. I was actually gonna upload that as its own video, as like a really short clip, but I was like, nah, fuck that. I'll just put it in the next Weird Obscure stuff. I did post it to Twitter, and it kind of did the rounds, which made me realize, like, oh, maybe I should include something. I think we'll go till I hit 3.5 hours, and then we'll go ahead and shut the stream down. Well, yeah, that is an interesting. It's a containment field. Dude, I feel like Pablo is like just a normal, chill dude, and then there's just Rebecca there to balance it by being just like the opposite. Every single relay. It is honestly weird, especially with like, I find it so odd that during the pacifism defect, Red Veil would try to capture Kavor defectors to like dissect them to discover why the pacifism defect existed. It's like, why the fuck are you two allies? And at least Weird and Obscure? I don't think so. Puppy girl meta. I do love puppy mode Varuna. Shit does go hard. I miss Void Shell skins, dude. Real talk. Pivot, discussion pivot. I miss Void Shells. I do. Is the least racist towards Grenier. They are cutting one open in their room. They're killing that motherfucker. It used to be Vor, actually, fun fact. Vor used to be the one in there, but they changed it a while back. Why is this room always broken? We can't even see the Gulfagor on the card, dude. During Pride Month. During Pride Month. I hate everything. I hate everything. At least this still works, though. Just look at their blood or something. I think Red Veil just wants to be violent, honestly. They just want to kill them. The gay agenda. Warframe? God damn it. This is a very nice art piece, though. Okay, hold on. That reminds me of something. I want to show this off again. There was a deluxe concept for Gyre that I want in the game so bad. Dude, this is so good. I would kill a man with my bare hands for this to be in the game. Dude, I'd stomp on a rabbit for this to make it into the game. Probably several rabbits. This skin looks so fucking cool. It's so sick. You have no idea how much I wish this was in the game. I don't really like Gyre's design that much. Like, her prime was an improvement, I think. But man, this is such a fucking fire idea for a skin. They, Themple, DEI Gith, Wokong, Arcane Abolished, Ice Storm, Fire. Is that a fan concept? The Gyre skin I just showed, yeah, is a fan concept. If you're referring to, like, the deluxe or something, I'm not sure. Favorite Fire Emblem frame? We have Fire... How does that... What qualifies? I guess I feel like Styanax is kind of Fire Emblem coded. Maybe. Morbizone. Man, I don't think anyone still thinks that this joke is funny. But it will not go anywhere. Hey, Verdi, what's up? Pretty cool. By Formorian. I see them whenever I log on to Twitter, but that's like once every couple weeks.
Let's see.
Hi, Akrithis.
Hello, Drifter.
I love the Duviri artichoke. It looks so stupid. My friends. It's like I always say, right? Dude, I could buy 60 yaoi shrubs.
There's a whole universe out there beyond the wall. The one that old Thingy Bob in the cave comes from. Or perhaps you already knew that.
You call Teshin old Thingy Bob? Am I interpreting this correctly? That's fucked up, Akrithis.
Oh, there'll be other times.
Yaoi. For Pride Month? For Pride Month. It looks so good. I think Cyanax Prime looks pretty sick as well. The problem for me is, like, I don't know if they can beat this skin for me. It just looks so sick. I also do quite like the other ones. Yeah, Ares and however you say this one. But man, this skin's just fucking sick. I hope it looks good with the prime detail.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood.
My goat Styanax
Safe and sound.
is so appropriate too. I mean, yeah, considering he's like inspired by the Greek. My heart still beats. What if we just hold on? I like that you can use these on stream tournament rule. I don't know. Destiny is so large. I'm glad that I can just do all this dumb bullshit on any frame I want. It doesn't make any sense. But like this kind of goes. Yeah, I think that having a proper spear would have been really. Then again, though, they did say that they tried to design Styanax like a classic Warframe, and I think that really does come through in the way his kit works. Do the Letty emote. Okay. Dude, I just realized, does Letty low-key do the gay hand thing we were talking about earlier? I think she low-key might be doing the gay hand thing. He's doing it, but like backwards. And it's like up instead of down. Spotlight in the files? Yeah. Do the wisp one? This one's really loud. Hold on, there's a particular line. This is probably going to be really loud. There's a particular line. For Pride Month, I'm going to play this. It's from the Anarch Tenebra.
I know what you are.
I fucking love this line. You have no idea how funny I think that is. For Pride Month. He is still here. Thanks, cool kid. Alright, I'm ending the stream right now just to fight you. I know what you are. There are so many great lines from the Anarchs. I fucking love their dialogue. It's great. Oh, he's still up there. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Is there like a decoration for this? I don't think there is. I think it's just the regular glyph display. I don't think I can put the clan thing on there. Yeah. Why is the default sorting thing not owned? That's so fucking dumb. This colorbow glyph is heat. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff they could make. And now we're getting more heavy sights soon. What you are, okay? True. Are crazy. Hold on. Yeah, hold up. I gotta find them. Y'all already know. Worm Queen quotes. Quotes. Do they not have the fucking... Hold on. Dude, they don't have the fucking dialogue. Hold on. I'm pulling up the sound archive. I need you, Katsuma. Hold on. Okay, dude, this is gonna be so loud. Hold up. Real quick, everyone, just to spare you, I'm killing my PC audio channel real quick. This is gonna blow your fucking eardrums out if I don't do this. Okay, hold on. Now I can adequately turn it down. Okay, I have to play this line. I have to play this line. It's so fucking funny.
There you are. I think it's time we put a collar on you. Wait. You'd probably like that, wouldn't you?
Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. What a good fucking line. What a good fucking line. Louder? You know what? Fine. Fine.
There you are. I think it's time we put a collar on you. Wait. You'd probably like that, wouldn't you?
From the worm? Yep, this is one of the...
There you are.
No, why is it looping? One of the things that she can say when you start Lua Survival, the Conjunction Survival. It's so funny. It's so funny. And also, yeah, I feel like all of Varzia's lines are freaky. Weird praise cake stream? Oh, hell no. It reminds me of that time where someone said, "Shock me, please," in the chat, and then I read their name, and it was Puppy Girl Prime, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Wild shit. You know, we have crossed the stream and the threshold. 3:30 a.m. Don't watch cool kid streams at 3 a.m. Gone wrong, gone sexual. Bust it down for horse. Freaky as shit. Wussy ice pops? Dude, I fucking love it. Hold on. I think I know what I need to do. As I've been doing lately, I gotta give away one membership. No, wrong account. Wrong account. I gotta give away a membership real quick. Alright, everyone. It's one lucky user will be executed by CoolKid369 direct. It's not gonna be Wisp, but, like, nice try. Alright. One person is getting executed by me personally. Good luck, gamers. Good luck, gamers. The victim is... How do I read that? Okay, I have no idea how I'm supposed to say that name, but congrats for receiving the, Congrats for being executed. Congrats for being executed. Live on stream. Aquafee? Yeah, I guess that's maybe close enough. Well, rest in peace. Rest in peace. If I could get some Fs in the chat. God damn it, my email notifier came back on. Fuck you. Let me get some Fs in the chat for Aqua. They got Jade Light. They got hit by the Jade Light. 4-1 out. whip your dick out. It's like the dick's out for Harambe. Yeah, whip your dick out for Aqua for Aqua's death. I shouldn't make that joke. I cannot say this shit. Well, this is a good point to end the stream, I think. Somacord played the Great Despair. I cannot consent. Okay, never mind. We rescind it then. Hold on. It is called The Great Despair, right? Party of Your Lifetime, so it should be over here. Blended. Where is Origin System? Upon Aqua's request. Yeah, put it back. Put it back. Into the Void? Honestly, I doubt it. I really doubt it. I haven't checked myself, but... Advanced gaming tech. Advanced gameplay. Well, one last thing before we go. Scenery in the other room. The lighting is broken. Can I use the J-Light on 50 more people? I mean, I can't stop you. You have my full permission if that's what it takes, Alter. All 3 cents I'll make from that transaction. Killing people is funny.
All set. Service your weapons myself.
Oh, did you go outside? Yeah, that's fucked. Just have Golfagor go get them for you. Alright. The Jade Light is coming for you all. Stay gray, soldiers. Stay gray. The systematic execution of everyone in this chat is occurring. Good luck. Good luck. Break it. Good luck, gamers. Good luck. Research. Dagoth's corpse. I'm here to just visit Nitro. This is like where he lives. Oh, that's cool. I just noticed the hind legs on this Kaith are asymmetrical. This one is like thicker than the other one. That's interesting. I've never noticed that detail until now. Huh. Well, congrats to everyone who received one, and I'm sorry, Wisp. I already know. Like, make him spin around. No, I can't. This is my Wordle. Let's go. Anyhow, dude, creepy-ass ambiance. Freaky as shit. Freaky-ass room. Fearing for my life right now. Just another day being great. Dude, my entire, like, dojo is just totally fucked. This place is just fucked beyond belief. I think one of the Duviri rooms are over here, though. I used one of these for the little bit with sci-fi. Was it this one? I think it was. I think that's where the bench is, yeah. In the hot take video. This was like my set for that. Goated room, goated room. $0.80? Damn. I really like the Duviri. I just like Duviri in general, if that's not clear. I think Duviri is really cool. I think that Big Floppa just walked off the map. What? Dude, my cat geeking. Anyways. Trading post flying glitch again? I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what you're referring. Oh, the Chudling! I saw him. I fucking saw that. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Dude, I wish you could go into the Duviri houses in this area. That'd be nice. Fish. Well, I think it's a good. We gotta call it here every pony. We gotta call it here. Running across like the skeleton. Okay, so I mentioned this in the last stream. Real quick before I go, I thought about doing multi-streaming on Twitch, with the idea being that I can use certain features that YouTube simply doesn't have on Twitch. Oh, yeah, where I flew off the map and I couldn't even close my game. But I want to, like, I potentially might start multi-streaming on Twitch for that stuff. And one of the things that I talked about with my brother Hunter was setting up a bunch of, like, redeems people could do that he would help me make. So one of them was, like, Varuna Prime doing the Foxy, like, FNAF 2 Foxy jump scare. Another one was the elephant green screen effect, but instead it was going to be Eidolon green screen effect, and it was just going to be a bunch of Eidolons wandering around for like 2 seconds. Just that kind of, like, just dumb shit like that, right? That was the kind of stuff we wanted to make for it. I do want to do one with, like, Gulfagor running across the screen, or Gauss running across the screen or something as well. I think that those would be, that would be funny. The thing is, I just don't really like Twitch very much. And I also worry that, like, if I'm gonna multi-stream, how do I make sure that the chat stays unified between the two? Because I've always tried to make sure that my stream, like, layout is relatively clear. I think a lot of streamers, they get really cluttered really quickly. And I feel like if I was still gonna put the chat, like, on the screen, I worry it would start blocking things. So, a bot? Okay, maybe I could look into that. But if the chat is super fast, it might make that, like, really difficult to work with. But I think it would be fun to set up like Twitch, one, for people who prefer that platform, but also two, for people who want to take advantage of like the the redeems and stuff like that. Like, our noise redeem. Nitro did suggest that, and it would low-key be funny. You have a subscription? That's so fucked. Yeah, I want to do it on both for people who want the option, as well as to take advantage of some of the fun integrations Twitch has that YouTube just doesn't, in terms of like channel points and just goofy like redeems and stuff like that. I think would be very fun. So I will probably look into that more after I move, because like these next couple days I just have to pack up all of my shit, which is going to be a really unfun experience. But yeah, that's something I want to do. Like, I want to try and get set up in the near future if I decide to go through with it. I think I'm going to talk to Sab about his multi-streaming setup. And, like, how he handles it, just to kind of get some advice and insight into what his approach is, right? Because I know Sab has been multi-streaming for a while. I know that you can also get, like, Twitch partner if you get enough concurrent viewers as well. But I don't stream very often. I want to try and overhaul my streaming schedule to try and stream at least twice a week. That's kind of been like a thought process of mine, is maybe try and do like 2 streams a week. But I guess we'll have to see how well I adhere to that, right? I am, unfortunately, really, really bad about that. So I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, that's something I've just been thinking about in general, is kind of like taking the streams a bit more seriously. I still refuse to turn on ads for the YouTube one. So the ads during streams, I think, are super disruptive, which I don't think you can turn them off. But for YouTube, you can, and I just leave that shit off. I am not a fan of the YouTube stream ads. I think they're just really fucking annoying. So yeah, like, streams like this, I very much appreciate everyone who's donated throughout the, like, AK Dreamer and Bane of Orion and whatnot with this stream, as well as just in general. The people who donate to these streams are genuinely, like, what really helps keep them alive, because I don't run ads on them, because I think they would just be worse for the viewer experience. So the people who donate are really contributing a lot more than they probably realize. And I very much appreciate anyone who is willing to, you know, the economy's fucked, okay? I don't think that's a controversial statement. The people who are willing to send money my way, something I very much appreciate, considering the circumstances. Pay for the exams. I'm going to be honest with you, Link. For personal reasons, I have lost a lot of the motivation to even finish them. It's complicated, and I don't think anyone in my stream chat cares. I know the content on the exams. I've been studying for this exam for like a year and a half. But for a lot of reasons, I don't know if I'm ever even going to bother actually getting it. Of ads on Twitch. Dude, that guy was like the sacrificial lamb. To protect other users from ads, he got all of them. Dude, it's like I log into YouTube and I have 9,000 minutes of ads, but no one else on the platform has to watch any. I'm like the one guy. I'm like... It's like how Jesus, like, you know, died for all of our sins. And, like, all of the sin went to him. That's how, that's how I'll be with the ads. They'll all go to me. I'll be like ad Jesus. But I don't think I can say that. That feels very blasphemous. I'll be like an ad doctor. I'll go with the Donald Trump defense. I'll be an ad doctor. I hope that works. I hope that works. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, for real now. I can't keep this shit going for this long. I am very prone to doing these things. Middle of a cutscene. You can... I know Twitch lets you play ads at a manual time. I'd probably do that. Like, play them at a specific time, so I just, like, don't do anything during it. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you all for watching. Like I said earlier, I want to get Analyzing the Anarchs and maybe the game mode tier list out this month. There's plenty of stuff I want to make, though, so that's really up in the air. But thank you all for watching. VOD playlist is in the description. Discord's in the description.